Fast start for Benedict, has a 7-0 advantage. Not much time ticked off the clock there, Jay. Just 16 seconds to complete things. And now it will be Edward Waters' opportunity as Keith Moore II getting ready on the sideline. The junior out of Miami, Florida, making his second career start tonight. He will await to get the ball after the kickoff, but this is a group who has seen success with this quarterback, especially in week one with that opening win against Morehouse 28-11. They've dropped the last two, but Keith Moore has done some good things throughout, and Toriano Morgan is hopeful that he will have his best game tonight.
Kind of what you asked for as a quarterback. You're in a position where you're on the road, you have an opportunity to solidify you're the starting quarterback, to remove doubt. I think at this point in his career, he needs to remove doubt that he's going to be the starting quarterback for the rest of the season. And the way you get that, you go out here, you win football games, you make good decisions, and that's one of his strengths, is his IQ. That'll be on display tonight.
Lucas Wynn, who's handling all the kicking duties, kicks it off in the direction of Brady Tillman. Tillman receives it, and Tillman, who's knocked quickly just inside the 20-yard line as the true freshman got a quick hello from one of the Tiger Benedict College, number 35 in purple.
Arthur Brown Jr. laying some wood as a special teams from Benedict. They're coming out here ready to play. They got a kickoff return already. Look at the purple jerseys just swarming to the ball.
The Tigers from Benedict pumped up. Meanwhile, for Edward Waters, they've got a veteran in the shotgun. That's Keith Moore Jr. Man in motion is Fatuma Polk, and they hand it off and loses the football. The ball carrier had it punched out, and it's picked up by Benedict. Number 26, Omari Terry, was able to recover it. So you talk about that quick start for Benedict on all phases of the game. We saw special teams started off, the quick touchdown, pass, and now turnover created by the defense.
Wow, what a terrible start for Edward Waters in this game here. And this just a hard hit, doing a good job of getting the helmet on the football to knock it out. And a great job by Terry to get the recovery.
And I believe that was 33, Markel Davis right there, who dislodged the football. Coaches have been really high on him coming into this season. This is a true freshman. Think about this, Jay. A number of true freshmen that are getting the opportunity.
Unnecessary roughness. Passing team, number 6. 15-yard penalty. First down, Benedict.
It's like they used to say, but wait, it gets worse. But wait, it gets worse. Right now for Edward Waters, it just gets worse. The turnover, now you had 15 yards on top of that.
Both teams had one play in their opening drive, but two contrasting outcomes or results. For Benedict, a touchdown. For Edward Waters, a fumble. Trey Simmons back at the helm. Started off his career at McNeese, then transferred over from Tusculum. Simmons looking, the dart in the middle of the field, and another touchdown. This time it's Malachi Jones. Well, Jones, they love this speedster out of Gainesville, and it didn't take long once more for this Benedict crew to get into the end zone.
Did Edward Waters know they're going to play football tonight at 8 o'clock on TV there? I mean, that's too open. Benedict making it look easy. Right now, Trey Simmons making the right decisions with the football. Quarterback's green. 2 for 2 with 2 touchdowns.
16 seconds for the first touchdown drive. 18 seconds for the second one. And Lucas Wynn again is true on the point after attempt. Folks, if you're just tuning in, we've only played 42 seconds, and it's a 14-0 advantage in favor favor of Benedict College, the two-time defending SIAC champions, showing like they are that thing.
While others give you less, Domino's wants to give you more. For a limited time, when you order any 2 or more medium 2-topping pizzas for $6.99 each online, we'll upgrade one to a large for free. Get more inflation, not shrinkflation, only at Domino's.
A beard that doesn't itch.
Are you using King C Gillette on that thing?
King C Gillette.
Look, this Beard Trimmer Pro's got 40 length settings. And this beard oil, one of GQ's best beard conditioners for soft, no-itch face wear.
The best a man can get
is King C Gillette.
Darling, you're the one for me. Give me all your love.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and only one thing can make a morning like this any nicer.
A hearty, hefty, good-tasting breakfast with eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese, and taters. And when you finish, you know you had something to eat.
You've got a Pepto predicament. You overdid it on the loaded fries, and now your gut is in the gutter. Undo it with Pepto Fast Melts, so you can keep on rolling. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto-Bismol.
That colonoscopy for getting screens while I'm delaying. I heard I had a choice. I know the name. That's what I'm saying. Cologuard? Cologuard.
Cologuard.
Screen for colon cancer.
At home, like you want.
You the man. Actually, he's a box.
Cologuard is a one-of-a-kind way to screen for colon cancer that's effective and non-invasive. It's for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider for Cologuard.
I did it my way.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Welcome back to South Kakalaki. Let's take a look at our impact players brought to you by the Home Depot.
Talk about Benedict right now. The whole team has been the impact, particularly special teams. But Johnny Jones, the leadership at wide receiver, the ability to make people hurt you downfield. Brady Tillman, the running back, when they have a ground game, he's the guy that gets it going. And that's just basically to say, you talk about Benedict, Patterson, everything's rolling right now. And Jalen Leary, we haven't seen him as well. But we'll see if we call these guys' numbers as the game goes on.
Well, you mentioned in the open, Jay, about this Benedict team hungry for a win. They've come up short in their first 2 games, so the opportunity to grab a win tonight against a team that they have had success against throughout their previous meetings. And this one off the leg of Lucas Wynn goes into the end zone, so a touchback. Just a reminder to our viewers, the play clock is not operable on the field tonight, so the time will be kept on the field. Second time around for Edward Waters. They'll start their drive from their own 25-yard line. And if you are Toriano Morgan, you told your offensive unit what?
It's not panic time. We're down by 2 scores. We've only run 1 play. Protect the football, and let's stick to our game plan right now. Let's see if all the things we worked on this week in practice to get ready for this game, if they still in the play.
So new running back in the backfield, the handoff to Gregory Mango. And Mango is one of a handful of backs for the Tigers. We will see a number kind of cycle through. Brady Tillman got that first carry. This from Greg Mango on the second possession. The sophomore out of Daytona Beach, Florida. Returner for Edward Waters, back from a shoulder injury from last year. 2nd and 8. It's Johnny Jones in motion, a player we mentioned as an impact player. Instead, going to the left side, near side, and that's Mekhi Levette. And Levette is a player who we heard from in the pregame after that 10-yard pickup for a first down from Coach Morgan that, hey, we need him to have a big game.
Yeah, big-time player, has a lot of experience, transferred in from South Dakota State, reigning FCS national champions, and he could be an impact player for him. And you notice one thing about Edward Waters, you're going to see a lot of shifting. And that's their offensive coordinator, Brian Jenkins, by design, likes to get the edge, likes to show the quarterback what to do. It really has to hone in and trust your eyes.
Well, penalty marker comes flying out after the ball is snapped. John Terry Thomas was on the carry. Our head referee for tonight, Drew Ford. We'll hear from him.
Illegal formation. Offense. More than 4 in the backfield. Remains first down.
Well, you talk about that shifting, Jay, and they're just out of sync and alignment there. And that'll back up Edward Waters 5 yards.
And they got caught. I mean, they got away with it earlier. I thought I saw 2 people moving at the same time earlier. See this? Here goes another shift. I haven't seen that where they shifted and had 2 people leave the game or substitution. So the official comes in. You have to allow the defense to reset. That is taking the shifting to another level.
And nearly a bad exchange held on to by Moore. And Moore not much room to run as he was tripped up and brought down by Bobby Anderson. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 15.
They continue to, I'm waiting to see, is Edward Waters ready to match the physical nature of Benedict? You know, in previous years when we've seen these 2 teams play, it seems like Benedict emerges as the stronger, better, more physical team. And I know that's something that Coach Morgan really wanted to address in this football game here. Right now, they have not been able to match up to him.
Play action and a wide open man. That's Johnny Jones. And Jones, the All-American, returns, gets the catch. And maybe about 3 yards short of the first down marker. So it's going to bring up 3rd and short.
And this is one here where when your offense is in sync, this is an easy throw and catch. Give it to him where he can make the catch and turn upfield and pick up that first down. Now you give the defense an opportunity to still make a stop because he's 3 yards short.
The line to gain, the 46-yard line of Edward Waters. You see the 3rd down conversions this season thus far for the group out of Jacksonville. Jones in motion. The throw right in the middle of the field, and that's Lovett. Again, Lovett, they said he was going to be a difference maker. He's staying on his feet. He's popping off the tackles, and he's into the end zone. What a run after catch from Mekhi Lovett. Penalty marker down around the 10-yard line was just picked up. We'll await the call here. So Mekhi Lovett, junior out of Miami, Florida.
The foul for blindside block. Result of the play is a first down.
Also plays a touchdown. And you know, that's something I thought that there was a little bit unnecessary wipeout block that came in, but it was a block that needed to be made towards the end of that run after catch. And you see the coach right there just saying, just put your hands up, just get in the way. Because he got lucky. In that case there, I'm going to tell you, and Jones is a leader, but he was fortunate they could have taken that touchdown off the board because of that hit.
Longest pass play of the season. The touchdown, and now the extra point attempt from Cooper Baddix. It's up and through. So what a response and an answer from Edward Waters. 56-yard touchdown catch, but it was really the run after the catch, Jay, that was so impressive.
Great job. You know, we saw Malachi before the game, and he's put together like a running back. So when he catches the ball, he's thinking, oh, I'm the runner. He's looking for daylight, makes guys miss, bounce off of him, and that was the one that could have been considered a blindside tackle, block. But a good job here just running a slant route. Look at the aggressive nature here. He's thinking, oh, I'm not going down these. He gets into the secondary, avoids contact, picks up a block. Nice play design and nice execution. A play that Edward Waters needed desperately to get back in this game.
Yeah, that was on the 3rd and 3, Jay. He got 3 yards and a whole lot more. And now cutting the lead in half for Edward Waters. And it's worth mentioning, Jay, you see that 5 plays, 75 yards. The domination that we saw from Benedict last year limited Edward Waters to just 69 total yards of offense in this game. So a drastic shift in turnaround from last year to this year.
And also, we talked about earlier, Keith Moore trying to establish that he's a guy that can put some points on the board for Edward Waters. So that would go a long way for his confidence as well.
Well, good time to let you know that here's our Saturday ABC College Football triple header, number 21. Clemson hosts NC State at noon Eastern, followed by 16th ranked LSU hosting UCLA in Baton Rouge. And then number 6, Tennessee taking on 15th ranked Oklahoma and the Sooners' first SEC game. Each game available also on ESPN Plus. Find live sports where you watch, only on ESPN app and ESPN.com, the ultimate viewing guide to live sports. ACC home opener for Clemson, about 3-hour drive west on I-26. You check out here in the capital city, and Benedict College, who has had success so far tonight and through the SIAC, and that's Trey Simmons who gets loose. And a penalty marker is out near the 23-yard line. We'll get the call as he was brought down by D'Angelo Sapp.
Edward Waters bringing pressure with double A gap blitz with the linebackers coming, unable to make the tackle in the backfield. Sims thought he was going to get away. Kind of let you know they plan on coming after him this game if you're doing that type of blitz this early in the game.
Doing the run. Holding. Offense. Number 68. 10-yard penalty from the spell of the foul. First down.
And it's going against the left tackle, Jai Brown. Well, this is the first drive that we've seen that is going to take more than one play to score. The first 2 were quick hitters on that first drive, that 16-yard touchdown catch by Hillman. And then the last possession, Johnny Jones hauled it in for a score. Lofted up to the outside and a great catch, but out of bounds from Malachi Jones. Let's see. They're going to call, the side judge is going to say he was out of bounds, but...
Yeah, that'll stand, but I thought he did a good job of it's college football. You only need one foot, one toe. A good job of adjusting to the ball. And knee goes out of bounds first, so that's why. So the officials got it right, but it was close. But look at the ball skills on display by freshman Malachi Jones.
First incompletion of the night for either team. Now 2nd and 20. Simmons standing on his own. Up 9.5-yard line. Simmons going to left side again. Sees something in the interception there by D'Angelo Sapp, but you saw the flag fly out in the process. And then after the fact, some more laundry comes out along that Benedict sideline.
There was a pass interference called. Did they call it on D'Angelo Sapp, number 3 there, or was it offensive pass interference?
The officials conferring. Drew Ford trying to make sure he gets the right information. Here's the call.
There are 2 fouls by the defense. Pass interference Defense, number 3. After the play, personal foul. Defense, number 2. Both penalties will be enforced.
So both of those penalties going against Edward Waters' secondary. D'Angelo Sapp called for the pass interference, then came up with the interception, and then after the play, Travis McNichols.
That's a little tight. That's a little tight right there. So they call the pass interference.
And it really should have been on McNichols.
On McNichols and not Sapp. Sapp did a good job making the interception. You know, you've got a receiver in Malachi Jones that's been pushing defensive backs around a little bit, making great catches. They try to touch him back and get flagged and takes the interception away. Tough break.
So it sets up 1st and 10, the pressure. Simmons avoids it for the time being, gets the ball away and avoids the sack. That was Tyler Fan, who was the disruptive force for Edward Waters.
This is this opportunity. I mean, they're dialing up great blitzes. They're getting there, but they just can't get them down. The athleticism of Simmons on display in the last minute, just able to get rid of that football.
Well, the defensive coordinator, Mike Fanunga, bringing some pressure early on. Tyler Fan, from right where Edward Waters is located in Jacksonville, Florida, helps to force a 2nd and 10 here. Damian Moat Jr. in the backfield alongside Simmons to the right. Pass out, it's complete. Xavion Foster is the recipient. There's D coordinator Mike Fanunga. His experience, Baz, he's had some within the HBCU space at Morgan State, but came from Hal Mummy, as that quick play from Moat Jr. is going to leave him short on that 3rd and 4 run. Played for Hal Mummy and then followed him around and had success at Valdosta State, Kentucky as well.
Defense makes the stop, forcing a punt on 4th down. Coach Munga has to be proud of the job they did to stop the bleeding a little bit on defense and this football team a chance to get back into it.
Well, the sophomore Lucas Wynn out of Powder Springs, Georgia, the Atlanta metro area, has been busy thus far tonight. He'll punt it away. Johnny Jones is standing at his own 5-yard line. A line drive punt. A favorable bounce for Benedict as they try to down it inside the 5. Able to do so. In the process, though, back around midfield, there's a flag out.
The ball down at the Edward Waters 2-yard line.
Illegal formation. Kicking team. 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
Wow. That will wipe out a fantastic punt. You have your opponent pinned to their own 2-yard line because of a mental error. I call those mental errors illegal formations, not knowing where to line up. You take it off, and now you've got to hope that your punter can deliver again for you.
I mean, that was down to the 2-yard line of Edward Waters, Jay, and now Ron Dickerson Jr. is hoping for a repeat.
Lucas winning punt formation for Benedict, Johnny Jones, deep for Edward Waters.
So we'll try it again here. This one, a more sky kick from Wynn. Still a favorable bounce going inside the 10 inside.
He did it again. He got better. He gained a yard.
Impressive footwork there and leg. However, another flag out this time at the 35-yard line. So this first quarter thus far has been littered with flags on both sides. We'll find out who it's against.
During the kick. Hold it. Receiving team, number 25. 24. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
They downed it on the one. They're going to take half the distance, so they're going to have the ball. When we come back, they're going to have it with about 18 inches of spare from the end zone. Oh, boy. Come on back, y'all.
Tennessee, Oklahoma. Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC.
When you see what it's really like when our skin touches wool, you see why we need Downy Free and Gentle with no perfumes or dyes. It not only makes your clothes softer and is gentle on your skin, it breathes life into your laundry.
Depend keeps you drier than ever, so you can say yes to more than ever.
Yes! Yes. Yes. No.
Depend. The only thing stronger than us is you.
Derrick Henry.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I saved so much bundling, it inspired my workout. Auto! Home!
Bundle and save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Why choose a mobile network built for places you'll probably never be, instead of for where you are most of the time? Xfinity Mobile was designed for where you need it most.
Now Xfinity Internet customers can buy one line of unlimited and get one free for a year.
Do you have a Walt Disney World moment?
This is it.
I got it.
Building a lightsaber was bucket list. We actually got married on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
This is my first lightsaber. Hearing Yoda's voice, I almost get teared up thinking about it.
Experiencing it with someone you love, that makes it more complete.
T-Mobile savings, take one.
Guys, focus. Let's not do fake falls. Just say, at T-Mobile, you get tons of benefits, and you can still save versus the other guys.
Happy to be here.
No fake stares, please.
Hi, I'm Patrick J. Adams.
Is that a shimmy? Just say, at T-Mobile, you can save on every plan, and you get great benefits with Magenta Status.
Keep doing whatever that is. I'll do the line.
Check out the T-Mobile Savings Calculator to see how much you can save. And right now, we'll even pay off your phone when you switch.
Recipes. Recipes written by hand and lost to time are now being analyzed and restored using the power of Dell AI.
The new 12-team college football playoff begins December 20th on ESPN.
Yeah, that's how I get by. Another exciting season of college football with the expansion, obviously. Lots to talk about at the FBS level. Let's educate you on Edward Waters University, founded in 1866 by Edward Waters, who was a bishop in the AME Church. Dr. A. Zachary Faison Jr. is the current president with an enrollment of better than 1,200 students in Jacksonville, Florida. And Jay, they had the distinction of becoming a university in 2021. Deep into their own territory, and Greg Mango was trying to escape out of the end zone. Let's see where they mark it.
That's safety, yeah.
Demetrius Patterson is credited along with Israel Nwokocha.
Those extra 18 inches they got.
You said it, Jay.
Got them the 2 points. The penalty.
The play, the safety.
A way to take advantage of the penalty there. They got to snap the ball a little bit deeper in the end zone, and you can tell right there the contact was down. He was trying to get that ball just to cross out of the end zone with the elbows down. Good job of holding the line of scrimmage and a great individual play.
Israel Nwokocha, who is certainly a good pass rusher, but he's a guy who the coaches talked about, hey, he's coming off a strong performance, and we needed more of that. And so Toriano Morgan's crew is up, or down rather, 16-7. mentioned Nwokach's strong performance against Lane last weekend.
That was a big time play. When you get down on the goal line, you like to win individual battles, and you can have a lot of stats, so double-digit tackles. But when you make an impact tackle, that's just going to show up as a tackle like that for safety. You need to be rewarded. I'm gonna call y'all and give you your flowers, young fella. Big play.
So another opportunity for excellent starting field position. That's Jackson Williams. Remember, folks, if you're just tuning in, it was Jackson Williams who took back the opening kick, 81 yards for a touchdown. And when you think about the average starting field position, honestly, Benedict College has been in Edward Waters territory just as much as Edward Waters has.
And I think the intensity has been there. So Edward Waters is still trying to figure it out. They have an opportunity to try to tie this game up, and instead they go the wrong way. But if you're Ron Dickerson right now, you want to see what's your football team made of. You got a team that's down. They're not in sync. Are we mentally tough enough to say, you know what, let's increase this lead and keep our foot on the gas?
8:19 to go in the first quarter here from Columbia. From the 46-yard line, Trey Simmons looking, surveying, steps up in the pocket, delivers a pass on target to Tyreek Carter.
They're really confusing Trey Simmons. Although it was a completed pass, his athleticism is saving him. His pre-snap read, he wanted to go to the quick slant route on the bottom of the screen, but instead had to pull it, buy some time, and was still able to find the receiver and distribute the football.
You talk about finding the open receiver last week. Distributed to 11 different receivers. The numbers bumped up considerably as well through the air, and that's one of the areas where they wanted to see him continue to make strides. Handles the bad snap, the high snap with one hand. Simmons keeping his eyes down the field, has an open man, and Zach Gibson, the target, but the throw was out of bounds. Going to bring up second down.
And another one of those instances where they confused him and no rhythm to the timing. The blitz is coming, and he's, instead of realizing the blitz is going to be picked up on that side and keeping your eyes downfield, he peeked at the blitz, moved around in the pocket, and threw an inaccurate throw. Although Simmons has shown the arm, he's got a good group of wide receivers that continue to get behind these defenders, I'm not necessarily sold that he's seeing what this defense is doing to him.
Israel Rhodes joining him in the backfield. His first carry of the ball game. Nice little spurt. And coming up that left side, and Israel Rhodes, the sophomore here for the state of South Carolina, and Greer picks up 15 yards.
And look at the hole. I mean, look at this. That is too big a hole in college football to run. Untouched, 10 yards up the field, and then he finished off the run. A little a la Walter Payton, lowering the shoulder a little bit, trying to take it to the defensive back.
Rhodes remains in the ball game. Once more, they hand it off, looking for blockers. Scats outside, loses a piece of equipment along with his helmet across the 20 or just at the 20-yard line, and a tough run for 7.
He lost his helmet, but he made somebody, Forever Waters, lose something else. Lose their footing. He shook him. Look at this. You know he's got to bounce it. On the bounce. Look at him set him up. Get by him right there. Good piece of running by Rhodes.
Rhodes has to go off the field after losing a helmet for a play. Just a reminder to our viewers, the play clock not working in-house here at Charles Johnson Stadium. On 2nd and 3, across the middle, and a drop right into the hands of Zach Gibson, who could have walked into the end zone. Instead, it's going to bring up 3rd and short. Gibson is one of those big targets, that wide receiver core.
And I mentioned, I don't know if he was seeing the defense well, but he knew exactly what he was seeing from the defense on that play there. Dig route, perfectly thrown ball. As you mentioned, would have been an easy touchdown. Instead, just an incompletion.
Gibson was One of those players coming into this program who they were really excited about his potential. Now, 3rd and 3, empty backfield for Simmons. Feels the pressure, able to avoid it, still on his feet.
The move, and the touchdown.
And the easy touchdown throw to Malachi Jones. So 2nd touchdown of the night for Jones from 20 yards out. Let me tell you, Charles Trey Simmons knows how to keep a play alive with his feet.
Yeah, I mean, they're bringing the pressure. They're getting to him. You've got 1, 2 guys that can bring him down. And they look at the moves, buy some more time, send somebody airborne, and still has vision enough to see that Malachi Jones has gotten behind the secondary again for another touchdown. That's just a great football play from Trey Simmons.
Outstanding individual effort rewarded with that touchdown to Jones. Lucas Wynn pushes the lead out even further.
You know, as a D coordinator, you say, hey, I dial up the right play. But then you don't execute. It all starts with tackling the quarterback. And if you're going to blitz a quarterback, you have to get him down. They have not been able to do that tonight.
And what did they say of Trey Simmons? The fact that the coaches said, we love that he can turn a negative into a positive, right?
Yeah, and we've seen he's becoming a better passer. A kid that had a lot of swag and say humbled himself. But they know the scout report, and Edward Waters knew that too. He can run. But look at the night he's having throwing the ball tonight. Impressive start for Trey Simmons.
3 passing touchdowns for Trey Simmons. He had 3 total coming into tonight's game. So an outstanding start for the junior.
They got to keep it going though. You know, they answered the bell when it was like, okay, are you all tough enough to not settle for having the lead they had, and can you increase the lead? And that was a nice response by Benedict.
Penalty marker as this one goes out of bounds, so the ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. It was nice to see.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Ball be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
I was going to say, Jay, it was also nice to see the fact that we've got bands in the stands tonight. The Benedict College Marching Tiger Band of Distinction, along with the triple threat. Meanwhile, big plays, if you're just tuning in, have headlined this first quarter thus far. We talked about the opening kickoff return for a touchdown by the Tigers of Benedict, and then Lovett answering back with a 56-yard impressive TD catch and run. But also, we have seen a lot of laundry out on the field tonight, and a flag on that last play.
Personal foul. Face foul. Defense number 48. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Well, after making that great play on the last series with that safety, Iwokocha whistled for the personal foul. So Edward Waters now in Benedict territory. You think about Edward Waters, their first 3 drives, a fumble, a touchdown, and a safety. How will this drive end up? Quick pass out, and quick to the spot there was Trey Caver. Caver with a loss of 2 on that tackle as Lovett brought it in, but Caver was there quickly.
Forgive me, partner, you lost me for about 30 seconds there because the band of distinction was playing that Kendrick Lamar. You know, I'm a West Coast guy. They did a good job with it. I was judging them a little bit rather than judging
yes,
the game.
they not like us. Kendrick will headline next year's Super Bowl. Yeah, that's been like the song for marching bands so far in the early going of this college football season. On the carry, Josh Terry is Thomas, and Thomas who's spun down and taken down by George Jala. But Thomas, a pickup of 18 yards on that run.
Look at the balance, and we're starting to see the Florida players show off what Florida's known for. Guys that can run with the football in their hands and keep their balance. And when you talk about Thomas, he was a guy that kind of surprised him this year, surprised the coaching staff, a utility back that could do everything. Earned some playing time, got on in the running back rotation, and you can see why. Just does all the little things right. You see him trying to make an impact here in this game.
Well, he's a guy who they love because he has the ability to keep the chains moving from that panhandle of Florida, from Gadsden County. Now 2nd and 4 from the Benedict 21-yard line. They give it to Thomas again, but nowhere to go. Big number 91, Marcellus Livingston, brings him down. Tackle for a loss of 2.
And the running backs are pretty good for Edward Waters, but the offensive line's got to get it done. You know, they're losing the battles at the line of scrimmage. And all hands on deck in the running game.
It's an area where Brian Jenkins Sr. talked about, hey, we're pretty thin up front, don't have a lot of guys that they can rotate in along that offensive line. Now 3rd and 6 for Edward Waters. You want to try to respond here on this drive and bring it within single digits.
Ball's away.
This one into the hands of Ravion Moore, and Moore is in for the score. Touchdown, Edward Waters. 22 yards and a celebration after. And Keith Moore II does his job. Then after that celebration, or maybe some extracurricular in the end zone, calls for the flag. So we're going to have no sportsmanlike.
The result of the play, the touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike comment. Offense, number 0. That penalty we were forced on a kickoff.
So Ravion Moore got the score, but also picked up the 15-yard penalty, which will be assessed on the kickoff. Baddox had that one blocked, and you can't return
another big play.
Trey Caver, boy, special teams has been stepping up for Benedict. Nobody's going to catch him. He takes it to the house.
The point afterwards said blocking right back.
I mean, the offensive line play for Edward Waters just hasn't really been there. I mean, you knew this was blocked right away. I mean, gets through and scoop and score.
And guess who it was again? Israel Nwokocha.
He's going to win his battle right there. I mean, they don't block him. I mean, that was easy. Schematically, what were they thinking about?
So put up 2 more points for the Benedict Tigers. Nwokocha, who has been standing out thus far, he has been an impact player in this game.
Prior to that, let's go back to the touchdown there, which is a great job getting the ball out to your tight end Moore in space. The big fella gets into the end zone. Give me a little something. Give me something. Now, see, yeah, he did a little too much. Oh, right. Oh, that's it. When he shot the guy, or that effort there, that's what drew the flag. You could celebrate, but I was like, what did he do wrong? But once you bring in your teammates for things of that nature, good job by the officials. I thought they were calling a little bit tight. This celebration here was a little bit excessive.
Well, this has been a wild game.
We're just in the first quarter, Tiffany.
We're just in the first quarter. 2 plays for Benedict College. Only took 1 play for the touchdown, so 1 + 1 = 2. And then we've seen a safety, a block, extra point return for 2 points. And 2:48 to go in quarter number 1. The up man takes the knee after receiving it. Ron Dickerson Jr. Overall, his team is made good when they've had the ball. And we mentioned those 2 quick touchdowns to start the game. And then the punt just once tonight. And the last possession, 6 plays, 54 yards, resulting in another score. But if you give a first quarter ball to a player, it's got to be Israel Nwokocha, because he has just been absolutely disruptive on defense and in special teams.
Winning this battle is getting it done. Let me player hate for a little bit right now, Tiff. I'm a player hate. Benedict has 25 points on the board, right? Now, I'm going to say 2 of those touchdowns were more luck. At that last play when there was a great individual effort by Trey, the quarterback, he's been sacked a couple times. He's been able to get away with that. So I would be concerned if I'm Benedict. Okay, can we put together a nice drive and move the ball down the field without having to rely on our quarterback making 3 guys miss? Because he's not going to be able to do it every time. And you have to figure that Edward Waters is going to continue to blitz and try and get to the quarterback.
Well, blitzing here, but got it away. Wide open was Darrell Lloyd, and Lloyd across the 40-yard line for Edward Waters. That's a gain of 18 yards. Again, just the spreading of the wealth from Trey Simmons, hitting a number of different receivers in this first quarter alone. Hillman, Jones, Williams, Lloyd, Foster, Carter. Israel Rhodes in the backfield. And down the middle, and taking a shot in the process was Tyreek Carter, along with Dartrell Roll. And so both are kind of slow to get up. Tyreek Carter is on a knee.
That's a football play. I mean, there was nothing dirty about that. You rarely see hard hits like that. They come rarely, but a guy running up the seam, safety's got a beat on it. He's coming over, trying to secure it. Boom. And
Carter on the sideline trying to shake it off. He's getting tended to by the trainer after this hit from Dartrell Roll.
2nd and 10.
Rhodes ran into a few Tigers along Edward Waters' defensive line. Jonathan Nesbitt among them. And it's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Get the stop here. Edward Waters needs to get the stop in. They've been bringing pressure on the quarterback in these situations. If they do blitz him, it comes down to will they be able to tackle him.
So under a minute to go in the opening quarter here from Columbia. You see the pressure coming, and a flag flies out before the play gets off. It's going to be a false start against Benedict.
False start. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
And that was interesting. The pressure was going to get there again, and we've seen the change that Edward Waters is making. So they had Jonathan Nesbitt, who plays cornerback. They move him to the middle for more speed, saying he can catch Simmons if Simmons decides to escape. They're making the adjustments, bringing in the corners, See, look at number 23 right there in the hash. He's a cornerback. They're lining him up. They're not bringing him there for run support. Watch this. He's coming. They want him to go catch the quarterback.
That was a low throw, complete to Troy Hillman. Certainly not enough. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
I hate to say it, but I kind of gave you a warning. You know, they're finding ways to get to the quarterback and to make him a little bit uncomfortable there in the pocket. And Simmons is going to have to figure it out how they're blitzing him and how to attack the blitz.
That's going to be the last play of the opening quarter here from Charles Johnson Stadium on the campus of Benedict College. The Tigers, the two-time defending SIAC champions, came out hot in this first quarter. Big scoring first quarter, 25-13 in favor of Benedict.
Okay, everybody got their Dos Equis playbooks? Good. There's only one play. Go for dose. That means when we get a chance to go big, we take it. Let's roll some tape. 2 seats in an okay position, but the front row would be a huge score. The usher is playing lockdown D. Watch how they execute. With the Dos Equis vendor as lead blocker. Sneak, scramble, take it to the house. Flawless. That's how you... Go for dose! Go for dose!
The magic never leaves you when you stay with the Disney Resorts Collection. It's up early, giving you extra time in any of the 4 theme parks every day, and welcomes you back to even more magical moments. Start saving today.
While serving in Iraq, our vehicle was hit, and it was bad. Back home, I had to learn to live with the scars, both visible and invisible. Having someone on your side means everything.
EAV helps veterans like LaToya get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year.
My victory is overcoming my wounds so I can help other veterans.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Cleaning your dog's teeth can be hard. But not with Greenie's dental treats. Greenie's, well-being made wonderful.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and only one thing can make a morning like this any nicer. A hearty, hefty, good-tasting breakfast with eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese, and taters. And when you finish, you know you had something to eat.
Someone smells too fresh. Did she take my Old Spice Total Body Deodorant with 24/7 freshness and use it on her pits, toes, and down belows? How could you?
Darling, you're the one for me. Give me all your love.
It's Jimmy John's new Mediterranean wraps, made with sabra, hummus, and feta cheese, so you can enjoy fresh summer flavors with every bite. Hey, Cloud, psst, beat it. Much better. Now at Jimmy John's.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like our fresh, never frozen dough made from 6 simple ingredients. And our dough can save you dough. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. Order now on the app from Papa John's.
When anyone in this house wears white, it doesn't stay white for long. White to soccer? I'm not gonna slide tackle. But now with Tide Oxy White, we can clean our white clothes without using bleach. Even work some colors. I slide tackled. I see that.
It's got to be Tide.
It's a beautiful view. The moon nearly out in full as we let you know about Benedict College. It was founded in 1870. Dr. Rosalind Clark Artis has done a phenomenal job since taking over and leading this institute. He was the president, so he was integral in helping to bring the summer games of '96 to his native Atlanta. And then Roscoe Wilson Jr., part of the Hall of Fame. He was a hooper. You may have heard of Asia Wilson, greatest women's basketball hooper of today, right? I mean, she has just been otherworldly, Olympic gold medalist, 2-time defending WNBA world champion. Her father played hoops here, and he was a bad man as a center.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Asia,
for the Tigers.
We know best player in the world. She played right down the street.
That's right.
Did you go see the statue?
I didn't stop by this time.
She got a statue.
She has a statue. That is so special. The bronze statue, and after she helped bring South Carolina their first national championship in program history, and Coach Dawn Staley is now a 3-time champion after winning last year. But Asia Wilson, incredibly special. 13-yard pickup from Ravion Moore. When you look at Moore and Makai Lovett for Edward Waters, similarly built.
Tough to bring down.
Tough to bring down for sure.
Yeah, built like running backs with speed. They play tight end and wide receiver, so very dangerous after they make the catch. Do some damage in the secondary.
111 before that throw from Keith Moore, but more importantly, Ravion Moore, the intended target, who hauls it in again. 7 for 7 you saw on that graphic. 7 passes, 7 completions, or 7 attempts, 7 completions for Keith Moore II.
This game can get interesting. I mean, look at the quick decision. See, that's the difference. When a guy is passing, somebody's throwing. Throwing is more reactive. Passing is when you're anticipating, you're seeing what the defense is doing, and you attack the weakness of the defense. And we've seen Keith Moore do a pretty good job of passing the football.
One of the things that the OC mentioned is the fact that, hey, this is a veteran guy who knows this offense. And Brady Tillman, with really no room to go, nowhere to run, and great defensive stop that was made. That was Cameron Davis who came up to greet him.
It's tough. I just think one of the things that was going to stand out for me was the left tackle for Edward Waters, Dylan Lamb. Really good one, but he weighs 240 pounds. And when we talked to the Benedict defensive coordinator, Shane Campbell, he said, I'm going to take my chances attacking those smaller tackles, and I think that's shown up because Benedict has controlled the line of scrimmage.
And can you mention an all-conference lineman? 2 for 2 on third downs tonight. Can they convert again? And yes, thanks to John Terrius Thomas, that's going to be good enough to move the chains for another first down. So Edward Waters having success on third down conversions. They're trying to move some tempo and get up to the line quickly. And the handoff, that's Greg Mango. Mango is a hard-nosed runner. They say he's a guy who only knows north and south. Picks up maybe a yard or two.
There's nothing there, but what I'm seeing is the skill position guys for Edward Waters, they may be the best guys on the field. I mean, the running backs are great by committee. We've seen the wide receivers and the tight end. It's just that offensive line. So even when we see running backs picking up yardage, I mean, they're fighting for their lives to scrap for every yard.
Tough running yards ahead for Mango once again. Maybe inched out a yard there. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Brian Jenkins, offensive coordinator for Edward Waters. He's been around the block a few times, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah. And he had great success when he was the head coach at Bethune-Cookman, running off multiple MEAC championships. Also saw him at Alabama State and A&M as well. Play action, feeling the pressure, moves out of the pocket, looking down the field, has a man, and Johnny Jones can't haul it in. It's Moore's first incompletion of the night. And it brings up 4th down.
I'm going to tell you, that last play, this Elway was sweet. I want to see the drop back. We used to always practice that. Johnny Jones trying to catch the ball. It's highest point, just missed. But that spin move out the backside, he made that look effortless. You get to the top, you drop, you feel the defense bend on you, and then you spin out the back door. That's what created all the time and separation that he needed. Unfortunately, it was just a sweet spin move.
Before the punt, timeout taken by Benedict.
Benedict, the first timeout of the half.
All 11s or all ones rather, on the clock here. Second quarter, first punt for Edward Waters coming up tonight after the break.
One thing we know is true, no matter race, gender, ethnicity,
The need to screen when due.
or colon cancer's a priority.
Indeed. Everyone 45 plus at average risk should screen for colon cancer. These folks are getting it done at home with me, Cologuard.
Cologuard is a one-of-a-kind way to screen for colon cancer that's effective and non-invasive. It's for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider for Cologuard.
I did it my way.
New Dunkin' Latte is perfect.
Made with coffee milk, which is hard to explain.
I'll say,
Is that Kristen Wiig?
all we need now is a famous person to say how rich and creamy it is, and delicious, and explain it.
The Dunkin' way to latte.
Honey.
Honey.
NyQuil Severe Honey. Powerful cold and flu relief with a dreamy honey taste. NyQuil Honey. The honeylicious nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, best sleep with a cold medicine.
El Derby de Madrid on ESPN+. Julian Alvarez and Kylian Mbappe make their Derby debut. Sunday, September 29th, Atletico de Madrid, Real Madrid on ESPN+.
What the biggest companies deliver is exceptional customer experience. What makes it possible is unmatched connectivity and 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business. T-Mobile connects 100,000 Delta Airlines employees, powers Tractor Supply stores nationwide with reliable 5G business internet, and helps Red Bull revolutionize coverage of live events. This is how business goes further with T-Mobile for Business.
Okay, Nature Boy, what's that bird then?
It's a male finch. They give seeds to females in a bonding ritual.
Kick off your Week 3 NFL Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern with the Countdown crew on ESPN and the ESPN app. They'll have all the early breaking stories, injury updates, and previews of each game right up to kickoff. So 4th and 7 back here in Columbia. Edward Waters set to punt it away. Riley Williams, first action of the night. Jackson Williams comes up to field it. Williams with some space. You saw what he could do at the start of the game. He's got some room along that right side. A penalty marker comes out in the process of the return.
Jackson Williams out of bounds inside the Edward Waters 40-yard line. Penalty marker on the field.
Jackson Williams, no matter what the call is here, is an excitable player in that return game for Benedict.
I think he's a really good return guy, and I've just seen some very poor angles taken to make the tackle in the special team punch from Edward Waters.
During the return, holding. Return team number 31. 10-yard out of the foul. First on Benedict.
Well, that wipes out a 46-yard return from Jackson Williams. The guilty party is number 31, Miles White, according to the official.
Yeah.
Right there, you saw it at the top of your screen.
It had nothing to do with the play. I mean, the cut was already made. He was inside. I want to point out a great job by number 39, Jeremiah Jennings. Watch 39 come by and just shield him right there. He could have gone for the wipeout block. That's what you want to see in college football now. Just get in the way. So good job by Jennings of doing the right thing, just shielding the guy off. And unfortunately, his teammate Miles White got called for a hold downfield.
Well, the first run tonight we've seen from Jalen Leary, and Leary quickly makes an impact on that run across midfield on the carry and a gain of 28. Well, Jalen Leary, the graduate transfer who came over from Stetson on his first carry, looked good.
Just a bounce, and then get north-south. After you bounce it, get north-south, pick up more yards, help out his offense.
Leary remains on the field as Simmons looking, and the pass incomplete, intended for Shakira Smalls, the tight end.
Once again, Simmons has to double clutch. Miscommunication, confusing with the pre-snap read, what he's seeing from the defense. You know, we're going to dial up another blitz in one of these next two plays.
Again, trying to make him uncomfortable in the pocket. He's been running for his life and staying afoot in the process. Remember, the play clock not functioning here in the stadium, so the time is being kept on the field. Here on 2nd and 10. Looking down the field, tripped up from behind and picks up about a couple of yards. And good stop there from Widmeyer. Garcon, a player that we featured in the Open, who has just been an excellent all-around student athlete here for Edward Waters.
Hard soul, the defense just doesn't give up. Even when it looks like Simmons is going to outrun him, stays on the play and able to bring him down.
Let's see what defensive coordinator Mike Fanunga dials up here on 3rd and 8. Good coverage there, and a late flag coming out as Malachi Jones had a Garcon right on his back.
Ooh, tough break.
Yeah. When you look at it again, we'll get the call and take another look at it.
Defense number 2. Ball replaced with the spot. Automatic first down.
I'd be curious about that. I thought he did a pretty good job of coming around him and getting a hand on the football. Let's see what type of look we've got on the left side.
Well, he was kind of cloaked around him. Correction there. It was number 2, Travis McNichols. On the handoff, or rather, scrambling, and leaves it short. Malik Mullins was the target as Simmons has to pick himself off the turf after that hit. But you talked about it, the blitzes, the ability to get to Trey Simmons. How long could this offensive line hold up? Or how long could Trey Simmons stay upright? And after the throw here, the hit from Stephon French, the nickel for Edward Waters. There's French again chasing down Simmons. And a negligible gain there on 2nd down. Again, giving pursuit with Stephon French.
And you have to be frustrated if you're Edward Waters because you're getting it. I mean, he has no idea the blitz is coming. He's just reacting. Look, ball state, you have to see that. That's your responsibility as a quarterback. Now, he's taking care of it by making the person miss, but they're more behind him. And what I'm just seeing now is, I said it earlier, I thought he was getting more lucky than it was being good. And the athleticism has saved them time and time again. But sooner or later, he's going to have to recognize what they're doing to him and how to attack this blitz. You've got 3 wide receivers down here. They've only got 2 people that can cover. Find which one of those guys is going to be the quick release throw. See, the ball should be gone.
Out of the hands, but Zach Gibson with a couple of drops tonight. And again, he's supposed to be one of their primary targets that they were really high on coming out of camp. But instead, the 6'4" senior with a couple of drops tonight. And 4th down upcoming. So Lucas Wynn will trot onto the field And when we talk to the coaches about the comfort level for their kickers, they both said 50 plus is what they felt comfortable with. And this is going to be a 50-yard attempt. Win 0 for 2 this season. It's missed from 27 and 52 yards. Here trying to tack on 3 more. It has the leg. Is it on target? No. So a missed field goal, turnover on downs, and with the missed field goal, we'll hand the ball right back over to Edward Waters. And so Toriana Morgan wants his crew to capitalize here when they get the ball back when we return.
A beard that doesn't itch.
Is you using King C Gillette on that thing?
King C Gillette?
Look, this Beard Trimmer Pro's got 40 length settings. And this beard oil, one of GQ's best beard conditioners for soft, no-itch facial hair.
The best a man can get
is King C Gillette.
Chase really knows how to put the heart in your local community. See what I did there? Hey, Jackie. Evan, my guy. You helping him with savings, right? I wish I had somebody like Evan when I started. Somebody just got their first debit card. Ice cream on you? Ooh, tacos. I got you. Wait, hold on. Don't you owe me money? What? Your money is a part of your community, so your bank should be too. Like Chase.
At Domino's, we know some companies are guilty of shrinkflation. They're giving you less for the same price. So we're taking our biggest deal and we're making it even bigger. We call it moreflation. For a limited time, when you mix and match any 2 or more medium 2-topping pizzas for $6.99 each online, we'll upgrade 1 medium pizza to a large for free.
You sure about that?
Yup.
You sure about that?
Positive. Get moreflation, not shrinkflation, only at Domino's. Thanks. Wait. We're giving you more.
What was that?
Boy bands. They're gonna be huge. Twist on it?
Fine. Cream on the right, we're in.
Woo! Oreo, stay playful.
Darling, you're the one for me. Give me all your love.
You've got a Pepto predicament, Ace. You overdid it on the loaded fries, and now your gut is in the gutter. Undo it with Pepto Fast Melts, so you can keep on rolling. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto-Bismol.
ESPN Thursday Night College Football, presented by McDonald's, is brought to you by Frank's Red Hot. It's the perfect blend of flavor and heat.
Carolina. Jay, let's hit you up for your D2 HBCU power rankings.
Well, I think everybody knows Virginia Union's got a powerhouse squad. They're good when they're Clark and Atlanta the surprise, but let's explain that tie they had. They were playing in a football game. It was 28-28 at halftime. The game was suspended, so they ended up getting that tie on their record. Good things happening down in Charlotte for Johnson C. Smith. Virginia State trending in the right direction. And Miles, I'm going to give you some warning shade down there. You got a good football team. Don't fault you for getting beat by Alabama State. A pretty good team.
Moore taking a shot down the field, and flags fly out as Devin Thompson and Trey Caver with them step for step. And it's a pass interference call expected, as Keith Moore saw something that he liked.
Pass interference. Defense, number 17, 50-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
This is recognizing one-on-one covers on the outside. I'm going to take the chance. Ball thrown in time and rhythm. It's a hold. Pass interference, look at that. Got all the jersey. You got to know as a defensive back, just in general, they're calling it tight tonight. Tonight, they're calling it tight. So you've got to take some of the hand play, hand fighting out of it.
Thomas trying to sneak by and finds some room to run. He's brought down on the outside by Jala. Pick up a 3.
Brought down by Gio Jala and Markel Davis.
Gio Jala, starting quarterback, moved to strong safety, which is more of his natural position here on 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Edward Waters, offensive unit, looking to the sideline to get the call. It comes in. Moore hands it off once more to Thomas with a little bit more room near that first down marker. Gio Jala again in on the stop.
Good job by the double team by the 2 tight ends. Hawk and Moore really sealing the edge. See number 10 and number 0, they seal the edge. And that's how you make up for not having big offensive tackles. Just kind of send 2 tight ends over there, get the number count.
Now 3rd and short.
This won't be easy because they don't have the ability to just run the ball downhill at Benedict.
It's Brady Tillman in the backfield. Remember, it was Tillman who fumbled the ball on the opening possession for Edward Waters. He gets the call, finds some space to come back, and up the seam, it's Brady Tillman. Well, they said, hey, look, when you watch Brady Tillman, you know that this true freshman is a big play guy. 33 yards, moves the chains inside the red zone now for Edward Waters. So threatening to score on this possession. The handoff once more, it's Brady Tillman. And he's taken down by Andre Jocelyn. But let's go back to that last run from Tillman.
I mean, they've got guys that are there, but they weren't able to make the tackles. And I've said it earlier, the skill position for Edward Waters is showing. They've got great runners. They can make you miss. You give them some daylight, they're going to make them pay. That's a good job of running by the freshman.
Coming over from Louisiana Monroe. Let's see if they can make good in Edward Waters' first trip to the red zone. Moore escapes again, that spin move once more, tries to put the juke on it into the end zone.
You go.
Keith Moore the second is showing off his quickness, so agile. And one thing they said they loved about him, he finds a way to win, and now his team within a score.
Look at the patience. He feels it, hits him with the spin move, decides right away, quick decision, I'm going for the end zone. Right there. I mean, he practiced that. That's something that you practice, escaping out the backside of the pocket.
And let's talk about the way that we have seen the composure of this Edward Waters team, right? Coming out the gate, immediately down 14-0. Didn't take long for Benedict to put their foot on the gas. And here, the extra point is no good. Flags come out at the end. So it's going to remain a 6-point ball game. For now. And that's Cooper Maddox, the kicker who is being helped off by his teammates.
The extra point was no good. Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. After distance to the goal, re-kick.
We're going to take another look at it here as Maddox puts it up, and then saw number 31 in your screen run into him. That was Miles White, his second penalty of the night on special teams. And Coach Toriano Morgan wants to spend a timeout, his first of the half. He's got 2 remaining.
Timeout. Edward Waters. The first timeout of the half.
Less than 5 minutes to go in this one, and Toriano Morgan's going to talk it over with his Tigers. Come back with us to find out what they do.
Excuse me, can I get this?
ไม่ได้ไม่ได้กินกันมันเผ็ดเกินไปสำหรับคุณ
Try me.
Ooh.
What?
Sometimes your work shirt needs to be for more than just work. Like when it needs to be a big, soft shoulder to cry on. Which is why Downy does more to make clothes softer, fresher, and better. Downy, breathe life into your laundry.
Why choose a mobile network built for places you'll probably never be, instead of for where you are most of the time? Xfinity Mobile was designed for where you need it most.
Now Xfinity Internet customers can buy one line of unlimited and get one free for a year.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and only one thing could make a morning like this any nicer.
A hearty, hefty, good-tasting breakfast with eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese, and taters. And when you finish, you know you had something to eat.
I was so excited when I heard the sandwich was back. I was like, Cloud 9, 2 words, Cloud 9. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken, and it's got pickled jalapenos, and it's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet. But either way,
you're getting a winner.
Real customers paid for their testimonials.
New Mr. Clean Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser.
With the scrubbing power of Magic Eraser and the cleaning power of Dawn, watch it make soaps come here, disappear.
And sprays can leave grime like that. Ultra Foamy melts it on contact.
Magic.
New Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser.
All right, so the penalty gives Edwin Waters another opportunity after their 6-play, 67-yard drive, all on the ground. And after Cooper Baddix was injured on the play, I'm going to bring out Irv Friedman. So he will attempt the extra point, and it is good. So one-score ball game here from Columbia. Well, next week we'll have 2 Monday Night Football matchups. Trevor Lawrence leads the Jaguars against Josh Allen and the Bills at a special start time of 7:15 Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. Then the Commanders take on the Bengals. Joe Burrow and company looking to bounce back after back-to-back losses against the Patriots and the Chiefs. That one will be at 8 Eastern on ABC. A couple of 2 LSU Heisman Trophy winners in Joe Burrow and Jay Daniels in that 8 o'clock feature matchup between Washington and Cincinnati. Check out 49ers fan in the crowd.
I respect that. You just can't go buy that shirt.
No, yeah, NFL alumni.
Alumni, so.
Partner, do you have a shirt?
Well, you do, then get it.
The question is, have you paid to do?
Okay. I have the shirt.
Okay. Well, Baddix back into the ball game well enough to kick off here.
Kick away from him. Do not kick this deep. Do a little pooch kick. Smart.
Leaves it short. While we have this opportunity, let's take a look at tonight's Player Spotlight brought to you by Lexus. And even though trailing in this ball game, it's been a great night thus far for Keith Moore. 7 of 8 through the air, 116 yards and 2 touchdowns, including that last rushing touchdown to bring them within a score.
He's been the offense. I mean, in one half of football, already responsible for 3 touchdowns. He's read the defense well. They're down, but it's not because of his play. Keith Moore may be a reason why they're able to come back in this game, possibly pull off an upset.
Well, you've seen him be composed and poised in the pocket. You mentioned his John Elway-esque spin moves to keep the play alive. And now let's see what the Edward Waters defense can do here. Under 5 minutes to go from Charles Johnson Stadium on the campus of Benedict College, located on Two Notch Road. 1st and 10, and Trey Simmons keeps it. And a gain of about 5 yards on that scamper.
And although Simmons is not necessarily seeing the defense, the one thing that you cannot deny is he can run. He's a dangerous runner. He's not just a good runner. He's a dangerous runner with his speed and the balance that he shows.
He started off the ball game throwing the ball pretty well through the air. And since then has gone cold. Etienne Durant, another running back for Benedict. And that's good enough for a first down. That's a gain of 13 as he's brought down by Jonathan Nesbitt.
Yeah, what a great job by Jordan Taylor, the right tackle. Absolutely just washed down. Look at big number 75. Look at the wash. That's where you got the cutback lane. The tackles can wash the line of scrimmage down and man down, referee down, man down. See that?
Yeah. Etienne Durant out of McCormick, South Carolina. It's Durant once again trying to get to the outside, goes across the field and long run after Garcon tackles him after a pickup of 3.
This drive here is going to mean a lot. It'll be telling. If you're Benedict, you obviously want to go into the half up, but by how much? And for Edward Waters, you got to kind of slow it down. Your offense is finding some rhythm. Don't allow a team to drive down the field on you. I like the job that they're doing offensively for Benedict, using the running game. That way you're getting the clock and not letting your quarterback have to run around and scramble.
Again, bouncing out. And Durant was brought down quickly. Good tackle there made by Dartrell Roll. Roll, the star out of Miami. We saw him making impact earlier in this game. So now 3rd and 6, you're Brian, or rather you're Stan Clayton, offensive coordinator for Benedict. What do you call here?
Bro, I mean, passing situation right here. They can go for it, but you hope that you can find something where you and the quarterback can be on the same page and anticipate the defense. Guy going across the formation, it's obvious man-to-man coverage. Man-to-man coverage means they're probably going to blitz you and bring some pressure. Why not shore up the offensive protection and see if the quarterback can find a matchup he likes?
The pressure indeed from Stephon French. There's this one heaved up in the air. One-on-one coverage on the outside. And Malachi Jones, who has been a guy who's looked for all night tonight. No flag. Good coverage. And it's going to be 4th down. That brings us to the new 2-minute timeout in college football. And we will step aside here. A 25-20 ball game in favor of Benedict College.
Guys, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Presenting the Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer from Gillette. It's not junk, so treat it right with a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Respect your pubic region with Gillette Intimate.
Check-in time is 3.
It's 2:55.
I know.
Is this what he's doing now?
As your host, I have some rules. First, no showers longer than 5 minutes. This isn't a spa. No games, no fun.
Yes, coach.
Meanwhile, at a Verbo, when other vacation rentals make you share your turf with a host, try one you have all to yourself.
At Domino's, we know some companies are guilty of shrinkflation. They're giving you less for the same price. So, we're taking our biggest deal and we're making it even bigger. We call it moreflation. For a limited time, when you mix and match any 2 or more medium 2-topping pizzas for $6.99 each online, we'll upgrade 1 medium pizza to a large for free.
You sure about that?
Yup.
You sure about that?
Positive. Get moreflation, not shrinkflation, only at Domino's. Thanks. Wait, we're giving you more.
Darling, you're the one for me. Give me all your love.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and only one thing can make a morning like this any nicer.
A hearty, hefty, good-tasting breakfast with eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese, and taters. And when you finish, you know you had something to eat.
I'm adding Downy Unstoppables to my wash. Now I'll be smelling fresh all day long. Still fresh. Still fresh!
So fresh. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow. For all-day freshness.
That colonoscopy for getting screens while I'm delaying. I heard I had a choice. I know the name. That's what I'm saying. Cologuard? Cologuard.
Cologuard. Screen for colon cancer. At home, like you want.
You the man.
Actually, he's a box.
Cologuard is a one-of-a-kind way to screen for colon cancer that's effective and non-invasive. It's for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider for Cologuard.
I did it my way.
All-State halftime report. New QB1 named this week in Austin. And who will be the CFP party crasher? All that will be discussed with the guys in the studio coming up in just a little bit. Meanwhile,
this is risky right here.
This is indeed a risky call from Ron Dickerson Jr. in their own territory. It's Simmons looking back to pass. He's got pressure from roll, and it's complete into the hands of Troy Hellman, but there is a flag, and this one is likely coming back after that hold. As you mentioned, that would wipe out a 21-yard reception.
Holding. Offense number 21. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains 4th down.
So they're going to try and do maximum protection and have the running back pick up the blitzer because you know it's coming. And you see the running back there, linebackers coming, takes him to the ground, holds him, keeps him there. That's one of those plays, unnecessary, because that was not a hard pursuit. That was a blitz like, let's keep the quarterback in the pocket so he cannot run for yards, and got caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Costly penalty for the Benedict Tigers.
15 penalties in total tonight in this first half. 8 from Benedict for 72 yards. They punted away, and remember, Edward Waters now with minute 38 to go, 2 timeouts, and just as I'm trying to get a sentence out, another flag flies.
It is flag day. Oh my goodness. And they're calling it tight. A couple of them I would have called questionable. But you have to make the adjustment if you're a player.
SSIEC officiating crew has been busy tonight.
Running to the kicker. Receiving team, number 28. 5-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down.
Jay, just so you know, flag dates in June, not September.
No, it's not. It is in September. It took a poor angle, and that's a penalty. I mean, the official's job is there to call roughing the kicker or running into the kicker, and he ran into it. Those are the type of plays that can hurt your team. Yet another penalty.
If folks are just tuning in, Jay, I'd like to know how you would describe this first half.
Sloppy. sloppy. Some excitement as well. There have been some very exciting plays, some of the plays you don't see rarely in football. And just inconsistent. Never wanted to drive trucks, just like that. They came out with a fumble sloppy. Then they showed great drive with a touchdown. Then they gave up the safety. Then they responded, got a TD. Then they got a punt with a TD. So they've been very inconsistent. I think Benedict has started playing at their level as well, at the Edward Waters level. I have no idea what is going on now. They are going to re-kick this. So when they accepted the penalty for running to the kicker, it brings back to fourth down. I would have declined the penalty because it was a great punt.
Well, we've seen some great punts tonight from Lucas Wynn. He stays consistent, but this time an opportunity for Johnny Jones to return it, but he's got to get upfield, and he's brought down just at about the 14 or 15-yard line. So Lucas Wynn, who has done his job, he has been a weapon tonight in special teams for Benedict.
That kind of wears the towel on the back like another SIAC legendary punter, Marquette King.
Look at you, dropping some knowledge.
I pay attention to special teams every now and then.
Yeah. you know, sometimes, offensive guys don't always have a lot of love for special teams.
Just make the
feel
kick.
Like it's overlooked.
Yeah, just make the kick. You don't care about them until you need them. In this instance here, I don't necessarily think that we'll see Edward Waters get too aggressive with their play selection here. If you can maybe spring something quickly, you go into 2-minute offense. Otherwise, you have to be very content going into halftime down by just 5.
Brady Tillman
And
with
these
the
guys
carry.
can run.
Indeed, and break tackles in the process, just finding what other lane to sliver through. 11-yard carry. Fresh set. The chains move. The clock stops temporarily and then starts up again. So can they get a play in on time? Remember, they also have 2 timeouts to work with. Give themselves a little breathing room, but taking some time here. Moore loves that left side, and after that run of about 5 or 6, Casey Bolton brought him down. They're going to spend one of their 2 remaining timeouts.
Timeout. Edward Waters. The second timeout of the half.
Well, Jay, you talked about some SIAC legends already. Marquette King. Let's check out Jay's Give Me 5 this week.
It's Jay's Give Me 5. Right? 5 SIAC legends you got to know about. Look at that list there. A lot of Fort Valley State, I know that, but it's undeniable. Greg Lloyd, Rayfield Wright, Tyrone Poole, and Eddie Anderson. Defensive players that got it done. Rayfield Wright, offensive lineman, of course. And then Shannon Sharp. Who would have thought Shannon Sharp would become in 3rd on this list? And then on the bubble, I'm not going to let you talk about me. I see you. You had a great career representing the T, the U, SKE, the GEE, Tuskegee, Drayton, Florence. So some other names could have put on there, but that's Jay's Give Me 5.
Okay, Jay. It's an impressive list. Let me give you Tiff's 2 cents here.
Okay.
Right? R.I.P. Jacoby Jones, who went to Lane College, and then Hampton Smith. Give it up for the basketball coach who did his thing at Albany State, a long-time football coach there at Albany State, who helped the Rams win a few SIAC championships.
I left you one there. I thought you would have taken Cleve Abbott.
I was going to take Cleve Abbott. Yeah, Cleve Abbott. There are many.
Look at this.
As this one, a big gain opportunity and more out of the timeout. And that's Fatima Polk. And Polk, the tight end, who's kind of that new age hybrid type of tight end.
Clock. Don't worry about the damn. So you should be clocking the ball. As soon as they snap it, you should be clocking the ball. Don't let the clock continue to run. The clock is your enemy, not the downs.
Devin Thompson, who is dragged down by a couple of jerseys. And looking at this clock management, it's, again, going to temporarily move the chains, and they're going to spend a timeout here.
Don't do that. And that's what I'm saying. You know, I don't like to question coaches like that, but once you get the big play, you say, clock it. Now, he's telling the receiver he should have got out of bounds, but that receiver made an in cut and picked up a first down. So the first down is going to pause the clock for a little bit, and then you get up there and you spike it. And now they don't have any timeouts. The defense knows that. They're thinking tackle them inbounds. Don't let them get to the outside portion of it. So questionable decision-making there a little bit. The last 2-minute drive of this half with Edward Waters. But are you seeing the skill set starting to show? They're making guys miss all the time. They're hard to bring down. They're starting to play like that Florida football team. For those guys in Florida, you get a ball in their hands, they can run it. They can run it.
Well, they knew coming in that they had speed as an advantage. And as that's the case for a lot of Florida teams, feeling confident just about the type of team speed that they have on the field. From what you've seen from Keith Moore, what has he been effective with tonight in the passing game?
The decision making where he attacks the defense.
Good decision there. Man open once more. It's Devin Thompson, and this time he follows his coach's orders and gets out of bounds wisely along the sideline.
Of course.
Flag out.
Of course. See a good play, then you see a penalty. And then you see another good play, and then you see a penalty.
A lot of conversation going on back and forth, and we will find out.
Illegal touching. Offense number 4. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Also lost a down. Second down.
Huge penalty here. Toriana Morgan can't believe it, but let's take another look at it here. There's Thompson right there. Didn't see it necessarily in that replay. So 2nd and 15, ball on the Benedict 30-yard line. 16 seconds remaining in the half. Edward Waters will get the ball to start the third quarter. Moore patiently waiting. This pass complete. Johnny Jones still on his feet.
Holding.
But it's going to come back. That's going to erase a 15-yard penalty. And Jay, it's hard for any team to get into a rhythm or a flow or a tempo when every time there's a good play or a big play, it's erased.
Holding. Offense number 55. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains second down.
10th penalty of the night on Edward Waters.
I mean, have you ever heard the cliche, you know, we're not going to, if we see the replay or not, the game, I don't care what I saw. You can call holding on every play. You really can. There's a hold somewhere on every play. Do you call on every play? If it's blatant, you call it, but scramble drills like this, trying to get out, he's going down. I mean, guy get a bull rush on him. You pull him there a little bit, okay. Did the D-line, did he think he was held? Probably not, but it's just, it's been a tough half, and that took away a very big play. That would have put them in field goal range.
Indeed, instead, it backs him up 1 yard of 1 second left and brought down by Marcellus Livingston. The sack, first one of the night for Benedict College, as they will trot into the locker room with a 25 20 lead over Edward Waters. A very disjointed first two quarters here from Columbia, South Carolina, the two-time defending SIAC champions on top. But Edward Waters trying to inch their way closer into this one. We saw a little bit of everything in that first half. Now let's send it over to the studio. After break, we'll hear from the crew, the All-State Halftime Report.
Ooh, a timeout. Incoming dishes. Doc. With Dawn Power Wash, he can fly through 99% of grease and grime in half the time.
Oh, migration. Look at him go.
Yeah, Dawn Power Wash is unique. It absorbs grease with 3 cleaning boosters, removing it 5 times faster.
Ooh, for beak's sake. That was fast.
And Power Wash can replace multiple cleaning products.
Ooh, fumble recovery.
Ooh, Osa's got game.
Dawn Power Wash, the better grease getter.
Darling, you're the one for me. Give me all your love. Faraway places.
Why choose a mobile network built for places you'll probably never be, instead of for where you are most of the time? Xfinity Mobile was designed for where you need it most.
Now Xfinity Internet customers can buy one line of unlimited and get one free for a year.
At Papa John's, get an extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. It's a mouth-watering, stretched thinner, made bigger, more for your money, extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. Better get you some Papa John's.
This time I use talk. My use they use talk. And it's in! Historic goal! I love this game, it's so hard. The one you never ever knew about. I'm on the next level now.
Robert!
What a strike!
It's so on.
Left footed goal! When you tell, give me what you tell.
We love home internet from T-Mobile. Now Mesh boosts Wi-Fi all over your home. Taking a class in your attic, that dead spot is gone. Stream LA in your man cave, learn to paint on your lawn.
He's glorious.
For a limited time, get a free upgrade to Home Internet Plus. Just $50 a month.
Trains. Trains that sense what isn't on the schedule. Trains that use the power of Dell AI and Intel to see hundreds of miles of tracks, clearing the way so you arrive exactly where you belong.
2 quarters in the books, 30 minutes down in Columbia, South Carolina. Welcome into the All-State Halftime Report alongside BYU National Champion Trevor Matich. Kevin Connors here. Week 4 underway, and we've got some major news right off the top regarding the nation's #1 team, Texas. Arch Manning will start at quarterback Saturday when the Longhorns take on UL Monroe. Coach Steve Sarkisian said with Quinn Ewers questionable with a strained oblique, Manning will, in fact, make his first career start.
band of distinction on the field for Benedict College. Hey, the Tigers from Benedict up 25-20 over Edward Waters. He's Jay Walker. I'm Tiffany Green. And if you're just tuning in, you've got the two-time defending SIAC champion, right? And they're holding on to that 5-point lead. But when you would characterize that first half, how would Jay Walker spin that?
Little things. If you're Benedict, I mean, you've got the lead, but you have to be disappointed. You should be up by double digits in this game. Edward Waters, however, didn't come in here ready to play, but they fought to get themselves back into it. If you eliminate the penalties and all the sloppy play, let's see who the best football team is. I do think this is going to be a very exciting second half because these teams are pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, 18 penalties in that first half compared to 14 total possession for both teams. As we look back at the first half highlights, it got started quickly and 14 unanswered points put up by Benedict College.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was the big plays that were really a part of this first half there. Edward Waters showing you they can match them as well as they come up with their own run after catch for the touchdown there. So the athleticism had been on display for these teams here. In between the penalties, you would see stuff. Great individual effort by Benedict defensive lineman to come up with the safety, and then a fantastic play by the quarterback, Trey Simmons, making guys miss, gets to the outside, and finds another wide receiver in the secondary.
Well, it was, whether it was Ravion or whomever was coming up with plays, and then special teams was certainly special. We saw that safety and then the blocked kick return for a touchdown. That was 4 points that's hanging out there.
Yeah, they left him on the board, but the good thing for Edward Waters is their quarterback play has been pretty good. I mean, quarterback play in this game has been really good, but Keith Moore has made it look easy at times, completing the ball 90% of his passes right there. But we saw Trey Simmons get off to a good start, but he cooled off quickly. He's got to find the rhythm if this team's going to hold on for a victory.
When you think about what Keith Moore has done, they like him as a leader. He's been in this program. He knows this system, and he has the opportunity now after that first half of 9 completions, 159 yards, and 2 touchdowns. We get to see him to start the second half as well. So this is always the fun time because you get to see what coaches saw, right, in terms of the adjustments that they're going to make here in the second half. One of the weapons that we didn't have the opportunity to mention was number 19 in purple and gold for Benedict College. That's Lucas Wynn, who's set to kick it off. He has also got the punting duties as well, and he's done an excellent job here tonight. On the return, there's Johnny Jones, the All-American, and he's out past the 25-yard line. And that's where we'll see the Tigers of Benedict. Both have been on the prowl tonight, but on this drive, an opportunity for Keith Moore to put his group ahead, potentially, if they can punch it into the end zone. You think about just what they've done this season, and here tonight, 275 yards. You compare that to where they were last year against Benedict. A big 180 for sure, but certainly outpacing themselves offensively here tonight. And no surprise, Jay, as we start this third quarter with yet another penalty.
And you figure somebody's got to get it right sooner or later. And I want to see, I'm going to call it out there, we'll put it there. The best coaches make the adjustments at halftime. Which coach can go out there and get his team just to cut down on the penalties and the sloppy play will show me who's got the true pulse of the team. Defining moment there for Ron Dickerson here, coaching, trying to get his first victory as the head coach at Benedict. He's got a lead, but we saw some chinks in the armor. So they're going to judge him by how well does this team come out and perform in the second half, because they should be up by double digits. They're not.
Ron Dickerson Jr., who is taking over for
kicking team. 5-yard penalty will be added to the run. First down.
Drew Ford, I got you. You're doing your job, Drew, but I don't need to see Drew anymore. Right? I just, I want to see the players. I want to see the players.
Well, let's go back and remind you of who Ron Dickerson Jr. is. First of all, taking over for Chinnis Berry, who's now at South Carolina State, who replaces the legendary Buddy Pugh. Ron Dickerson Jr., this is his first season at the helm of a program, and he takes over a very successful one. back-to-back SIAC champions, D2 HBCU national champions, and Dickerson, who comes over from the University of West Florida, and that Dickerson name well known among the HBCU ranks. His father, Ron Dickerson Sr., was the former head coach at Alabama State.
Father was one of the first African-American D1 or FBS head coaches at the time as well.
Was at Temple. Gregory Mango on the carry. And a pickup of 3 yards.
You know who's been kind of quiet, whose name we really hasn't called as much? A little surprising. Aaron Miller. You know, you get these type of games and smaller defensive line, and when we talked to their defensive coordinator, they really thought that we could unleash Miller on this offensive line for Edward Waters and have some success, and that just has not been the case yet.
Aaron Miller, you're referencing number 15 in purple. They are running away from him as Greg Mango goes along that strong side. Once again, there's Aaron Miller, the preseason All-American, who is on the watch list for Deacon Jones, best player in HBCU football. He's got an incredible motor and opportunity to do great things. As we mentioned, a lot of guys who didn't return, he did come back for this Benedict team. Now 3rd and 3, we'll see if Miller and this defense can come up with a stop for the opening drive of the second half and get Edward Waters off the field. Play action, go to the right side. That's Ravion Moore. Moore, who's already scored a touchdown tonight. Pickup of 9. And the throwback tight end will move the chains.
Nice execution. Another great job by Keith Moore II, recognizing the defense, knowing he didn't have long to get rid of the football, throwing him open, and allowing the tight end to pick up the first down.
This Edward Waters crew out of Jacksonville, Florida, the oldest HBCU in the Sunshine State.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It's a private institution founded in 1866. Here, Moore again, some patience, wisely slides down, but picks up positive yardage there on first down. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Edward Waters founded when?
1866.
66. When was your school founded?
If you're referencing Florida A&M University, founded in 1887.
Oh, okay. I knew you would know the answers when your school was founded.
I mean, I think most people know when their school is founded. Some things are just drilled into you, right?
Now, this is that time where the running game can help out the quarterback. We know the quarterback can do it, but see if they can find a crease to run.
Speaking of, they keep the ball on the ground. That's Greg Mango once again. When you talk about success that Edward Waters had on the ground, picked up 116 yards on 20 carries the first 2 quarters. Toriano Morgan in his 4th season as the head coach of Edward Waters. When you think about what he did last year, 6-4. Now this group trying to pick up their 2nd win of the season. They've not been able to knock down this giant of Benedict in past attempts. Here on 3rd and 4, it's Brady Tillman who's in the backfield. Love it in motion. We're looking, and the pass gets complete to Devin Thompson, and Thompson lose the change as he's slung out of bounds by Andre Jocelyn.
Wow, good protection up front by Edward Waters. I was watching that one-on-one matchup between Aaron Miller and Dylan Lampkin. They go at it there. We've seen time and time again the athleticism on the perimeter favors Edward Waters. Those guys are really hard to bring down. Give him credit. The guys up front protecting Keith Moore II.
Well, he's just made really good decisions. Shown his quickness, really good leadership as well. I feel very confident in this junior out of Miami. Pass on 1st and 10, and it's into the hands of Polk.
What do you do when you got a light defensive lineman going against a light tackle? I'm just going to try and bull rush you all the way back into your quarterback. And that's all you can ask Lampkin to do, though. If you're able to hold your ground, don't let them throw you to the quarterback, just sit there and fight. They knew that Lampkin was going to have some fight. I'm starting to see Aaron Miller get frustrated. He's the leader. He needs to make a big-time play for this defense.
The pitch out to Brady Tillman, and Tillman, who's brought down by Nwokocha, the defensive end, who made some excellent plays in that first half. Just short of the first down. As Brian Jenkins Jr., the offensive coordinator, we're going to take a measure of this one and that last spot to see if he indeed did pick up the first down or not. But let's go back to Toriano Morgan. We mentioned last year that 6-4 record was 5-3 in the SIAC. Led them to their first winning season in nearly 2 decades, and he's helped to rebuild this program. Remember, there was a span of time that Edward Waters did not have football. 35-year hiatus, came back in the 2000s, and now the original SIAC conference teams. It's a fully Division II program now. It's good enough for a first down, and so Edward Waters moving the football. It's Tillman who goes right up the gut. There's Aaron Miller who got there in on the tackle.
That's just to keep him honest right there. I think trying to set him up, run the ball downhill, knowing that probably going to run into a wall, pick up a couple yards, but what do you look at there? Sliding down the line of scrimmage. And those are where the tough runs are. It's just Edward Waters can get their running backs in space, or their wide receivers in space. That's where the challenge is.
And Miller has a man, and Lovett just tried to turn his body around. The opportunity was there, but the incompletion, just 2 incompletions on the night for Moore, and you know they wish they had that one back.
Had to throw the ball early because of the pressure, but I just like how he doesn't flinch. He knows he's going to get hit, but he's still holding on to the ball as long as he can, and just missed on the big play right there.
Get a touchdown in their only trip in the red zone tonight. Just outside of it here, trying to get into it on this 3rd down. Able to do so. Complete to Johnny Jones, their go-to guy. Mr. Consistency. And a pickup of 12 brings up 1st and goal.
Decision making by Keith Moore continues to showcase itself. I mean, the ball snapped. He knows where he's going with the ball within the first 2 seconds. That's when the game is slowing down for you as a quarterback. Right now, he's picking apart this defense. Bishop.
5'10" junior is having success tonight, being a signal caller for the Tigers. Before the play gets off, a timeout taken by Benedict. We'll take that timeout with them as well, as 1st and goal coming up for Edward Waters when we return.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad. Hey, watch it. It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face. Game changer. While the Flex, this contours to it, so the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke for the ultimate Gillette shaving experience. The best a man can get is Gillette Labs.
Whoa, hold up. Someone just got BOGO free Blizzard treats. Only in the DQ app. That someone could be you, but only for a limited time. BOGO free any size Blizzard treats. Get it now in the DQ app. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Should we report this? Let's twist on it. Cream on the left. This never happened. What never happened? Exactly. Shall we go to the diner? Yeah.
Oreo, stay playful.
What's Danny doing?
He saves so much bundling home and auto that he bundled football with football.
Bundling life! Bundle and save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Chase really knows how to put the heart in your local community. See what I did there? Hey, Jackie. Evan, my guy. You helping him with savings, right? I wish I had somebody like Evan when I started. Somebody just got their first debit card. Ice cream on you? Ooh, tacos. I got you. Wait, hold on. Don't you owe me money?
What?
Your money is a part of your community, so your bank should be too. Like Chase.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and only one thing can make a morning like this any nicer.
A hearty, hefty, good-tasting breakfast with eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese, and taters. And when you finish, you know you had something to eat.
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Dunkin's legendary coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a crispy, crumbly order of hash browns. It's kind of the biggest deal in breakfast. The $6 meal deal, available now.
Okay, someone just did laundry. No, I add Downy Light so the freshness really lasts.
Yeah, most Senate stuff gives me a headache, but this is just right.
And I don't like anything.
But I like this.
Get a light scent that lasts with no heavy perfumes or dyes.
An ABC college football doubleheader. At noon, NC State at Clemson. Then, UCLA at LSU. Saturday at noon and 3:30 Eastern on ABC.
First and goal for Edward Waters with 7:44 to go in this third quarter. Jay Walker, Tiffany Green back here with you from Columbia, South Carolina. Tigers out of Jacksonville trying to punch it in the end zone. They've yet to have the lead tonight. An opportunity here on this drive as that one on the run from Johnson. Thomas and Edward Waters, just as I spoke of it, now has the first lead, their first lead of the night.
You saw the athleticism just showing up more and more, the ability to get their speed, to make guys miss. Who would have thought that Benedict would give up a lead this early in the second half? But once again, the balance has been on display from all the runners for Edward Waters all evening. Coach Morgan finally gets a chance to coach with a lead, prepares to go for two.
Chance to make it 28-25. The way that they have been in sync coming out of the locker room. Put a player in motion, play action, got him on that right side. That's Johnny Jones, his All-American, dialed up perfectly.
They did that schematically. I like that they did it schematically. Take a look at it, but it was the bunch formation that they knew they were going to get man-to-man coverage. And in doing so, once you start winning the chess match, then you can make it look easy. Edward Waters, the Tigers from Duval, have made it to Columbia, South Carolina.
Guys, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Presenting the Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer from Gillette. It's not junk, so treat it right with a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Respect your pubic region with Gillette Intimate.
It's Jimmy John's new Mediterranean wraps, made with sabra, hummus, and feta cheese, so you can enjoy fresh summer flavors with every bite. Hey, Clouds, beat it. Much better. Now at Jimmy John's.
Why choose a mobile network built for places you'll probably never be, instead of for where you are most of the time? Xfinity Mobile was designed for where you need it most.
Now Xfinity Internet customers can buy one line of unlimited and get one free for a year.
The magic never leaves you when you stay with the Disney Resorts Collection. It's up early, giving you extra time in any of the 4 theme parks every day, and welcomes you back to even more magical moments. Start saving today.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like our fresh, never frozen dough made from 6 simple ingredients. And our dough can save you dough. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. Order now on the app from Papa John's.
Camila tried the new scent of Gain Relax Flings, and it changed everything. Hey, Dave, don't knock it till you smell it. Try the luxurious new scent of Gain Relax Flings. Try new Gain Relax scent beads, too, for twice the vibes.
13 plays, 69 yards, and more than 7 minutes eaten off the clock. An impressive drive for Toriano Morgan's crew coming out of the locker room to take their first lead of the night.
Here's how they were able to get some success down the red zone. This bunch formation makes them tip their hand. They go bunch formation, they move them across. Once they recognize guys are running with them, you got man-to-man coverage. So all you have to do is have one guy give you a rub route, man-to-man coverage, open in the flat. Great job schematically by Brian Jenkins, realizing when we go bunch, they go man-to-man. As an offensive coordinator, as a quarterback, I know I'm seeing man-to-man coverage. I'll be in trouble.
Well, folks, Urban Waters with their first lead. Remember, it was all Benedict to start this ball game. They were up 14-0. At one point, they led 23-7 in the first quarter. Since then, Benedict's only 2 points have come from a blocked tip kick and then return for 2. So, just as the team has cooled off, so has Trey Simmons. Started 6 of 10 for 93 yards and 3 touchdowns. And after that, just 1 of 6 in his last attempt. So Trey Simmons, will see how he adjusts here in this second half. Damian Moat Jr. gets the carry up the middle, and he's wrestled down by Tyrese Williams.
Same thing we talked about, coaching making the changes at halftime. What are the adjustments going to be? Well, now, if you're Coach Dickerson, it's your turn. You have to show what he's going to do. The quarterback struggled bad coming out of the first half. What do you do to get him going back on track? What adjustments are you going to make? I believe the adjustment's going to be a little bit more lenient on the running game. Allow them to run the ball if the bigger team can help out the quarterback by getting those rushing yards.
Running back, they're really high on Jalen Leary. We thought we'd see more of him. The pass complete on the outside to Malik Mullins. One thing that Trey Simmons has done well is distribute the ball to a number of different receivers. We saw him target several guys in that wide receiver unit in the first half. But also keep this in mind, the fact that a number of guys transferred out. Some followed Coach Barry over to South Carolina State, the previous head coach, and others just decided to not return. And so this is a pretty, or virtually, new team under a new head coach, Ron Dickerson Jr. They've been together less than 60 days, so they're still learning themselves and figuring things out about themselves in the process here. Critical 3rd and 1 for Benedict. The carry and tripped up is Damian Moat, and I think he's going to be short of that first down marker. Again, there was Tyrese Williams, a long, athletic defensive end.
Anytime you go shotgun with a team that is using linebackers and speed to just shoot gaps, that's all they're doing is shooting gaps. They're not holding you up strong. They're shooting the gap, so I thought it may be tough for them to pick up that first down. Now it's 4th and 1.
And this is a decision where Ron Dickerson Jr. is going to go for a reminder that the play clock is not functioning here in the stadium, so it's being kept on the field. You see Simmons moving quickly, 4th and 1. Moat finds a little crease, gets going, and good yardage and more as he takes a pile with him up to about the 50-yard line. So the 4th and 1 turns into a 16-yard gain and an extension of this drive for Benedict.
And when you've got guys that are stunting gaps and it leaves you vulnerable to find the crease, good job of taking advantage. Continue to see, I think we'll see more of a heavy dose of the running game. Anytime there's a pass called, I think the passes will be those of the quick passing game, the 3-step drop, pre-snap read. I don't know how much pure drop-back passing we'll see. That's the 3rd and long situation.
They continue to hand it off to the true freshman out of Tifton, Georgia. It's Damian Moat Jr. wrapped up for maybe about a yard. But when we talked with Stan Clayton, the offensive coordinator, this was a guy that they lit up about. Had some success at Tift County High School. Rushed for more than 1,800 yards and 14 touchdowns last season. Now moves to the college ranks, and they say he's a guy who just always finds a way to get positive yards.
Big time recruit. The type of recruit you can find at office to go to FCS schools. Go to Benedict, they think his future is bright.
That brings up 2nd and 9. Simmons rolling to his right has Troy Hillman, and it's incomplete to Hillman.
See the chess match there. We haven't seen Simmons drop back once yet. It's all been quick. Get rid of the football. On that last one, they moved the pocket. Because of the pressure Edward Waters likes to bring, they haven't quite figured out consistently where they're bringing pressure from. It's forcing the Benedict Tigers to change their passing attack.
They've not had success on 3rd down much tonight. 1 of 6. They've got to get to the 40-yard line to keep the chains moving. Looking, and it's intercepted right into the hands of Stephon French, and French along that sideline and is tripped up and brought down by Malik Mullins. But the INT into the hands of Stephon French, his 3rd of the season.
They baited him. So he thought he was getting man-to-man, thought he was going to get pressure, and it was a zone blitz. And all French had to do was drop curl to flat. He thinks he's doing with another quick pass off the pre-snap read. Doesn't even see French just dropping the curl route to the flat. You see the cornerback in the secondary knew they had him. We saw McNichols, number 2. When the ball was in the air saying, oh, we got him. They had him covered over the top and on the bottom. Pre-snap read to let down Trey Simmons. Big turnover caused by Edward Waters.
We saw Edward Waters with the turnover in the first half. Now Benedict with their first turnover of the night. Weak field position now for Edward Waters. First time tonight starting in territory. A trick play, and that one incomplete. It was Ravion Moore who was in search of Polk.
Look at this reverse. They're going to have their tight end on a reverse pass.
It was a tight end to tight end. They tried that connection.
Yeah, that ball floated in the air. Good job by Trey Caver, the pup, they call him, being in the right place at the right time to stop that play from happening. They come out with this 2 tight end formation. Wide receivers, the skill players they have a lot of weapons at their disposal.
It just shakes off a tackler, and Jontarius Thomas has eyes for the end zone. He's brought down around the 3-yard line. 20-yard run for Jontarius Thomas. But a flag is out at the 20.
Holding. Offense number 77. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Remains second down.
The penalty wipes out. 20-yard pickup from Thomas. Another look at it here.
He got his hands on him. You can call hold on every play. And I'm one of those guys, like, if you're going to call holding on a running play, unless it's somebody bouncing out there, there's got to be some blatant. Talk to grab, and you're allowed to grab and engage a little bit. They're calling a little bit too tight. They're calling a little bit too tight for my taste, and just hope it doesn't become a major factor in this game like it already has.
Just as you see momentum, things shift with the penalties, and another one flies out as Moore takes a hit. Pass complete but out of bounds to Ravion Moore.
This will be a hold. Now, this will be more of the traditional hold. Quarterback decides to extend the play and leave the pocket and call it on the right tackle.
Holding. Offense number 61. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains second down.
We're going to take this to an all-time low. Let's compare the hold. Now watch when he leaves. Right? Okay, he leaves the pocket. Gotcha. He held him. You saw that. We see that happen often. Quarterbacks leaving the pocket. Now, that's a hold. What about the previous play?
That was tit for tat. I mean, you could, but it wasn't as blatant.
Yeah, but you can call holding on every play. Stay out of it. Let these kids play. These coordinators work so hard to come up with plays and schematically to get things to happen in their favor. Kids work so hard all the offseason conditioning it. Just calling every little thing, calling it way too tight.
Two-back set, delayed handoff to Brady Tillman with not much room to run. Well, one thing that Toriano Morgan told us during the coaches' calls this week was like, hey, look, there's nowhere on the schedule where Edward Waters is taking on Edward Waters. And what he meant by that was we can't beat ourselves. We can't give the opposing team anything extra. We've got to be disciplined. We've got to shore up things on our side. Now third and forever.
They can pick up 12 to 15 yards in this play, which you've got plays designed to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Jenkins and Tory Morgan decide to go for it on fourth down.
Moore with time, sails it out, and some more laundry. Purple and gold, or purple and orange do not make yellow. Jay, like if you were mixing the colors together.
I don't know. They prove you wrong tonight.
Holding. Defense, number 33. 10-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
It's too tight. They hold every play. There's a holding penalty on every play that can be called. You don't call it every play. But we thought Edward Waters got a bad break earlier. Well, it's like they got the makeup call.
This drive started on the Benedict 23-yard line. We've seen a couple of plays and 3 holding penalties on this drive alone. Double digits for both sides. 200-plus yards of penalties tonight.
I knew you were going to say that. It's 199 yards. I went to Howard.
That's okay. Could I round? Could I round? About. I should have said about, right? And the pass incomplete to Devin Thompson.
Now the challenge becomes not only playing a tough opponent, but I think it becomes what team can get in rhythm. What I mean by getting rhythm, like this game's hit a stall right now. I mean, Edward Waters came out the locker room, had a pretty good game plan, and they started to find a rhythm, and then all the penalties got into play. Well, on top of eliminating some of the penalties and not playing sloppy, find your rhythm again. What's your groove? Their groove is getting the ball to playmakers in space and forcing Benedict to make the tackle.
Well, they keep it on the ground right up the gut. That's Brady Tillman on the carry. 8-yard gain for Brady Tillman.
They've got something in him. He can be a good one. You see the quick first step that you like to have running backs have and the balance and the explosiveness. Right now with 3rd and 2, playbook is wide open as they go pistol formation.
Give it to Tillman, who is able to stay on his feet. He's dragged down, and he's now inside the red zone as clock is winding down here.
He's a good running back.
Yes, he is.
You know what I like in my running backs? Make a miss. Somebody come up, try and tackle you. No. First guy can't bring you down. Every great running back has to start with that.
But we knew that we would see a bevy of running backs, and they all bring a different skill set for this Edward Waters team, as that takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Well, folks, after we saw 38 points put up in that first half, things have slowed down considerably, but Edward Waters trying to be methodical on this drive, looking to extend their lead here in Columbia.
Guys, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Presenting the Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer from Gillette. It's not junk, so treat it right with a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Respect your pubic region with Gillette Intimate.
Faraway places.
Why choose a mobile network built for places you'll probably never be, instead of for where you are most of the time? Xfinity Mobile was designed for where you need it most.
Now Xfinity Internet customers can buy 1 line of unlimited and get 1 free for a year.
At Papa John's, get an extra large New York style 1-topping pizza for only $10.99. It's a mouth-watering, stretched thinner, made bigger, more for your money, extra large New York style 1-topping pizza for only $10.99. Better get you some Papa John's.
Depend keeps you drier than ever, so you can say yes to more than ever. Yes. 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 No. Depend. The only thing stronger than us is you.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and only one thing can make a morning like this any nicer.
A hearty, hefty, good tasting breakfast with eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese, and taters. And when you finish, you know you had something to eat.
There's only one play. Go for dose. Let's roll some tape. 2 seats in an okay position, but the front row would be a huge score. Watch the Dos Equis vendors screen the usher's view to spring the big play. That's how you... Go for dose!
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. And get access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Dunkin's legendary coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a crispy, crumbly order of hash browns. It's kind of the biggest deal in breakfast. The $6 meal deal, available now.
Honey.
Honey. NyQuil Severe Honey. Powerful cold and flu relief with a dreamy honey taste. NyQuil Honey. The honeylicious nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, best sleep with a cold medicine.
Darling, you're the one for me. Give me all your love.
Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. First and 10 for Edward Waters with a 3-point advantage over the two-time defending SIAC champion Benedict Tigers. Jay Walker, Tiffany Green back here with you. Inside the red zone, Jaden Wilson in motion. The handoff, that's John Terry as Thomas, and Thomas is spun around and brought down. Gain of about 1 on the play.
For all that we've talked about, you know, Edward Waters coming out to a good start, and in the second half, and they managed to gain the lead. If you're Benedict coming in the fourth quarter, you're at home, you're supposed to win the fourth quarter, and it starts for them right now. They need to stop desperately. Hold Edward Waters to a field goal attempt. Because if Edward Waters manages to put this ball in the end zone, now you're down by 2 possessions, and time is not on your side.
Well, Israel Nwokocha, who had a monster first half, defensive end, trots off the field after an injury for Benedict. Solomon Riggins will take his place on the field. We'll see how that impacts the defense. Again, Thomas patiently waiting. Brought down from behind. A short gain on the play as Azir Austin Daniels makes the tackle.
Force Keith Moore II to leave his comfort zone. If you're Edward Waters right now, you force him. He's been picking you apart from the pocket, very efficient. I don't care what type of shift they do. I'm bringing one more than you can block. I'm coming after the quarterback.
It looks like Markel Davis, linebacker, coming down. Potentially showing big blitz. Instead, he drops back in coverage. 8 of 9 on third downs, make it 8 of 10 there as the pass is incomplete. So fourth down.
They got lucky. See what I'm talking about? Recognize if you got lucky. The wide receiver was open. He just missed on that throw. They decided to only rush 4 and drop back in zone. That's one of the few times that we've seen Moore just miss on a throw.
Well, they're going to keep Moore on the field with this offense on 4th and 6. Do you take the points here, or do you like the decision to go for it?
I would take the points. You always want to increase your lead, but they're seeing things. They must have a look that they know they anticipate getting. They have the trust and faith in their quarterback more that he's not going to miss 2 consecutive passes. Cannot believe why they're not bringing pressure right now.
Jones in motion, 6 of 8 on 4th downs this season for Edward Waters. Moore, the pass, it's incomplete. And the wide receiver, Makai Lovett, still down on the field, was grabbing the lower part of the leg as he is slow to get up. So a turnover on downs there, and if you're Benedict, you're breathing a sigh of relief because they netted no points. And you mentioned, Jay, how important that drive was.
Absolutely, and they did better than the stop. We thought it would be a win if they were just to hold them to a field goal attempt. Instead, they said, no, we'll do one better than that. How about we'll stop them on downs and give the ball back to our offense.
Tennessee, Oklahoma, Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC.
I'm adding Downy Unstoppables to my wash. Now I'll be smelling fresh all day long. Still.
Welcome back here as
And welcome back. and since you've been gone, we just had another penalty throw.
Since you've been gone.
Another penalty to start off the drive. Let me guess, holding again. Looks like hands to the face.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Defense, number 17. 15-yard penalty from the air of the run. Automatic first down.
So that aids the Benedict drive here. Their first of the fourth quarter. Ron Dickerson Jr.'s debut as head coach of the defending D2 HBCU national champions. This group, virtually new squad. A lot of turnover on the roster. Now Ron Dickerson Jr. with an opportunity to implement his vision for this program. Running back Jalen Leary left of Simmons in the backfield. Simmons keeps it the entire way, lunges out, crossed the 40-yard line, brought down at the 41 by Whitmire Garcon.
As a coordinator, you live with that. You know, if Simmons is not seeing the defense as clearly as you think he should, you just make it simple for him. Anytime you see four linemen and they're not blitzing you, the fifth or sixth guys, drop back. First read's not there, take off and run, just pick up positive yards. That was good recognition by Simmons.
Second and 2, and the handoff. Keeping his balance, staying on his feet is Jalen Leary. And Leary is going to get enough for the first down to Moore Jean-Baptiste. Brought him down. Well, Leary is a guy who came over from Stetson. We mentioned he was the Hatters' all-time leading rusher. Thought we would see more of him earlier in this ball game. It's been a combination of 4 different backs: Durant, Israel Rhodes, along with Damian Moe, along with Jalen Leary.
See, that seventh guy's getting close to the box. They're trying to confuse him, letting them know. And that's the problem that you've got. So when Edward Waters says, okay, now we're going to creep these safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, make you start thinking about what we're doing. Well, having 7 guys close to the line of scrimmage is great against the run. It's supposed to leave you vulnerable against the pass. But when your quarterback is not reading blitz, then it confuses them. But the key with this is read your safety. See, they got those 7 guys close to the line of scrimmage, giving them the threat that we can come get you.
Simmons ducks the pressure for just a second, and he's wrapped up and brought down. That's number 95, Tyler Fan. It's a loss of 1 on the play.
See there, just the 4-man rush. When you elect to take off too much, if 4 guys can make you leave the pocket, normally you win as a defensive coordinator. That's not been their typical recipe for success this evening.
First sack of the night. Fan along with Cardi Joseph tag team for that. Now 3rd and 9.
Now sit back, play zone. You have to be able to pick apart this zone right now.
That one just short hopped into Mullins. And it's 4th down.
Wow. College football quarterback, you have to be able to make that throw. But that was a curl route. You throw curl routes all day. can almost throw them with your eyes closed. Simmons being a little bit off, not seeing things quite as well. Inaccurate throw, forces a punt.
Just so much momentum and steam coming out to begin this game, and since then things have slowed down as Lucas Wynn able to get it off in time. Johnny Jones will watch it bounce out of bounds. So 10-16 to go in this one. Edward Waters with the lead, and they get the ball back when we return.
Tennessee, Oklahoma, Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC.
I'm adding Downy Unstoppables to my wash. Now I'll be smelling fresh all day long. Still fresh.
Still fresh! So fresh! With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow. For all-day freshness.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Darling, you're the one for me. Give me all your love.
That colonoscopy for getting screens while I'm delaying. I heard I had a choice. I know the name. That's what I'm saying. Cologuard? Cologuard.
Cologuard.
Screen for colon cancer.
At home, like you want.
You the man. Actually, he's a box.
Cologuard is a one-of-a-kind way to screen for colon cancer that's effective and non-invasive. It's for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider for Cologuard.
I did it my way.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
Wow.
The new Limitless Pan Collection by Verse. Only at Dick's.
28-25 in favor of the visiting Edwin Waters Tigers. Back here with you in Charlie Johnson Stadium, joined by longtime athletics director Willie Washington. And first, we got to give you your flowers, Willie. Congratulations on being a 2024 SIAC Hall of Fame inductee.
Thank you very much, and we appreciate you all being here tonight with us.
Yeah, this is like the annual trip to Columbia, South Carolina, right, Jay?
That's right on the rock.
Well, been here 38 years, so enjoyed it, and we've had a good ride, and we're going to continue riding.
I got to ask you the question I want you to know. You had a big decision to make in replacing Chennis Berry, who went down the street to South Carolina State. What was your thoughts process of what you were looking for and ultimately came up with the decision to hire Coach Dickerson?
Well, quite naturally, we had a national search. We looked at maybe 50 or 60 different coaches, and Coach Dickerson fitted all the boxes. He's the type of guy, it might take us some time to get there, but we're willing to put our how do I want to put it? We're going to put our energies behind him to make us a continuous successful program.
What has kept you at Benedict for so long? I mean, you've worn a number of different hats. One time or for a period of time, you had that dual role of being both the basketball coach as well as the athletics director. What's kept you here?
Well, I enjoy Columbia, and I enjoy Benedict, and they've been very supportive of myself and my family and the young athletic programs when we first started. We built with no facilities whatsoever. Now you can see we have one of the top facilities in the country. We have one of the top programs in Division II, especially HBCU land. So we're going to continue to build on this program.
Then when you look at Benedict as a whole, you know, I remember when the stadium was built, you take a lot of pride to the stadium here. What are your plans for the future?
Well, we're going to expand our entire facilities for other sports, track and field, tennis, adding some new sports on that we're working on, maybe soccer and the return of golf, and we're going to continue to expand our athletic program.
I thought you might have been the key. I thought he could have been the key. Well, maybe we could have stopped some of these penalties. But since you've been up here, we've had a couple more flags, so work on that.
Well, I'm going to go back and review this film and have a talk with anyone who had something to do with one of those penalties.
I'm going to ask you to leave us with this. There's a sign out that says that you all put the BC in HBCU. What does Benedict College mean to you?
It means that we strive to be the best of the best and the top of the line. And we work hard at it with our students, with our environment. Anything that we do, we want to be the best.
We appreciate your time so much. Willie Washington, you've done an amazing job, and give you your flowers now for all that you've done for Benedict College and Division II sports.
Once again, thank you all for being here, and we appreciate you all.
Congratulations, Hall of Famer. Welcome to the club, man.
Thank you.
Always been great.
So now 3rd and 5 coming up for Edward Waters. Ball on their 30-yard line. The triple threat band from Jacksonville toning it down just for a minute as their offense trying to make sure they get off this play. Keith Moore, who's been stellar tonight, looking for some room to run, nowhere to go, and a great defensive hold and stop by Benedict College. We saw number 91, Marcellus Livingston, in on that play. So that's going to bring on the punting unit, but you think about what Willie Washington has done and seen during his time, and also just the support that he and this athletics program has received from Dr. Rosalind Clark Artis, who is also a believer in athletics. They have poured into this, as that one was nearly blocked. Getting it away in time was Riley Williams. Back to receive Jackson Williams. Here catches it. We'll step aside here, but oh, wait a minute. Before that we do, guess what we've got?
I see it. I see
yellow. It's also Greek night here and service members night as well. So during the breaks, we've heard different stroll songs from each of the Divine Nine organizations played throughout the stadium. Take a moment to shout out the Alpha Sorority Incorporated. We've seen Sigma Gamma Rho get down. Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. I know a little something about that.
AKA life.
That's right. You set it off.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense. That penalty is declined. First down, Benedict.
Okay.
That's what you call set it off.
I know the song set it off.
Yeah, but that's what we call it, set it off.
Oh, okay. I see you up in here wiggling. We'll see how this thing wraps up.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience,
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
If I was to describe this sandwich in one word, I would say magical. Hi, this is Jamor, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is that extra oomph. I go back and forth from the spicy filet to the original filet. Personally, I get into the sweetness of the honey. That's what hits first. Then you have the extra kick from the spicy filet, and then you also have the spice of the jalapeno peppers. The combination alone takes it over the top. It's award-winning in my mind.
Real customer paid for their testimonial.
Okay, someone just did laundry. No, I add Downy Light so the freshness really lasts.
Yeah, most Senate stuff gives me a headache, but this is just right.
And I don't like anything.
But I like this.
Get a light scent that lasts with no heavy perfumes or dyes.
This ship is heaven. Doctor, it's your job to keep everybody alive.
Clear. Come on.
I could tell you got beat energy. Trains. Trains that sense what isn't on the schedule. Trains that use the power of Dell AI and Intel to see hundreds of miles of tracks, clearing the way so you arrive exactly where you belong.
Your wall is completely undefended.
Okay.
You need Bear Dynasty. Here, here, and here.
But it's almost game time.
It goes on in one coat. It really has it all.
I sure do love that color.
You would.
Hey, let's check out who's bringing the flavor today. Brought to you by McDonald's. We saw the outstanding bands on the field, the marching band of distinction for Benedict College. About the cheerleaders getting down, and then, of course, the cues always hopping the pools from Sigma Gamma Rho. The marching band of distinction was rocking triple threat, doing their thing on the opposite side. Their team up 28-25 here with under 7.5 to go. Jay Walk, you know, we're shouting out all of fraternities and sororities. I was doing some research, and I was interested to learn, or surprised to learn, that one of the co-founders of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Leonard F. Morse, is a graduate of Edward Waters College in Jacksonville.
Okay.
He, Buck O'Neill, of course, the
Negro League and
Negro
Baseball
League.
Hall of Fame. Good decision to run the football by Simmons. But what happens when quarterbacks break the pocket? Normally some type of holding called on the offensive line. And tonight, even if you're not holding, you're being called for hold. It's been that tight.
There's no foul for defensive holding.
Okay.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 1 from the Benedict 35-yard line. Again, what could be critical here, a 3-point ball game, only a field goal separates these two teams, and the fact that the play clock is being kept on the field by the officials. They've been without throughout this game. For Altarius Thomas, trying to get some shifty feet, but not much room to go, but enough to pick up the first down.
Thomas had a pretty good first half, so they can get him going again. And it's not panic time if you're Benedict, but we need our best drive second half. We need a long drive that we've not had.
Well, Jay, I want to go back to something you said in the first half, because you said that there were a couple of lucky plays or possessions for the quarterback. The sustained drive is something that we haven't seen from Benedict tonight. Again, Simmons, who's been able to avoid the pressure on that right side.
He can run.
he can run. That's one of his greatest assets, as a couple of players taken out on that Edward Waters sideline. And it's going to bring up 2nd and short.
You know, and that play right there goes back to what you were leading me towards. That was a 4-man rush. They didn't blitz. 4-man as a quarterback, you can sit in the pocket and pick it apart. Because he's not seeing the zone or understanding what they're doing, he's just relying on his legs to run. Now, they'll take that over the interception, but the fact is you can't make a living trying to run the ball every single down just because you don't recognize what they're doing to you.
Terry shoots the defender, and brought down is John Terrius Thomas. Good time to tell you that our ABC College Football triple header will see number 21 Clemson host NC State at noon, then LSU and UCLA in action. 16th ranked Tigers in Baton Rouge. Then at 7:30, hey, a couple of 3-0 teams as a top 15 matchup between Tennessee and Oklahoma. Sooners making their SEC debut. Each game is available on ESPN Plus. Find live sports with where to watch on the ESPN app and ESPN.com. College game day is going to be in Oklahoma this weekend. A huge matchup. We mentioned earlier, Quinn Ewers out with an injury. That means Rich Manning listed as the starter this weekend. On 1st and 10, the carry from Thomas. Thomas able to get outside. The stutter step still on his feet. And then he's popped from behind by French. And as he was heading out of bounds after that 14-yard pickup.
The flag.
You got it. We should have done a game for take a shot every time. Flag. You've been littered. This game has been littered with them tonight. 24 penalties, 24 tonight between both teams. I wonder if Drew Ford's microphone works. He's been using it so much. There it is.
Defense, number 9. 10-yard penalty. They're forcing the head of the run. Automatic first down.
So you're giving them the run and you're taking defensive holding? How does that happen? Wow. I've seen a lot of football, but pretty much I haven't seen anything like tonight either. Right now, Benedict Tigers are on the move.
It's been something else, Shep. It's been something else. And we hope you've been entertained. At the very least, you're still with us. Simmons wanted to run with it, and he's brought down as he was slightly incisive there. 57, James Walton Jr. First time I called his name tonight, out of Jacksonville, Florida. We saw defensive coordinator Mike Fanunga dial up a lot of blitzes, but they continue to keep bringing pressure, Jay, in this final 4 minutes.
Now would be the time to do it. Try and make it a longer field goal attempt. You can get a tackle for a loss, but
he's got a man in the end zone, and it's dropped in and out of the hands of Jackson Williams.
now he was open, right? We agree he was open too? Because he's not seeing it right. This is late. This is a skinny post route. That ball's got to be released now. Hung in the air. It was late. Threw it once he was already open, not anticipating that the seam route was going to be there. Ball hung too much and missed opportunity for that play by about a split second.
Dartrell Roll was on the coverage with him in the end zone. So now an important 3rd and 8. Not had success on this down tonight. They pick up the blitz from Jonathan Nesbitt. Simmons keeps it himself. Trips out of bounds, and now decision here. Both coaches, when we talked to them this week, felt good and were confident about their kickers. Do you keep
Tie the game.
your offense on the field, or
Tie
you
the
say,
game. You tie the
Lucas
game.
Wynn, come in and do what you need to do?
You tie the game up right now. Fourth down, you're down by 3. Field goal ties the game.
So Ron Dickerson Jr. is trying to ask for a timeout. At least that's what he signaled for. Meanwhile, precious time is ticking off the clock.
You know he's not worried about the game clock because it's not working. See right there in green, the double zeros hasn't worked all day.
So Benedict is awarded the timeout, their second of, or rather their first of the half.
Timeout on the field.
We'll step aside.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Guys, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Presenting the Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer from Gillette. It's not junk, so treat it right with a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Respect your pubic region with Gillette Intimate.
Why choose a mobile network built for places you'll probably never be, instead of for where you are most of the time? Xfinity Mobile was designed for where you need it most.
Now Xfinity Internet customers can buy one line of unlimited and get one free for a year.
Chase really knows how to put the heart in your local community. See what I did there? Hey, Jackie. Evan, my guy. You helping him with savings, right? I wish I had somebody like Evan when I started. Somebody just got their first debit card. Ice cream on you? Ooh, tacos. I got you. Wait, hold on. Don't you owe me money?
What?
Your money is a part of your community, so your bank should be too. Like Chase.
You've got a Pepto predicament, Ace. You overdid it on the loaded fries, and now your gut is in the gutter. Undo it with Pepto Fast Melts, so you can keep on rolling. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto-Bismol.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like our fresh, never frozen dough made from 6 simple ingredients. And our dough can save you dough. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. Order now on the app from Papa John's.
ESPN Thursday Night College Football is presented by McDonald's and in part by Inspire. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Back here in the capital city of South Carolina, 3-point ball game as Edward Waters has the edge. However, Ron Dickerson Jr., who spent his second timeout of the half, wanted to talk things over here on 4th and 4. They're going to elect to go for the field goal as Benedict looking to tie up this ball game. Lucas Wynn, who has been really good in the kicking game along with his punting duties, missed a 50-yard attempt earlier tonight. This one 10 yards closer. Xavion Foster, the holder. It's down and off the mark. Pulls it left, no good. And Benedict comes up empty on that possession. How deflating is that?
Gotta be. You know, think about it. The offense has kind of hit four flat tires since the first quarter. You have the opportunity to tie the game up at home and try to get your first win on the season. Missed opportunity.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
At Domino's, we know some companies are guilty of shrinkflation. They're giving you less for the same price. So, we're taking our biggest deal and we're making it even bigger. We call it moreflation. For a limited time, when you mix and match any 2 or more medium 2-topping pizzas for $6.99 each online, we'll upgrade 1 medium pizza to a large for free.
You sure about that?
Yup.
You sure about that?
Positive. Get moreflation, not shrinkflation, only at Domino's. Thanks. Wait. We're giving you more.
One thing we know is true, no matter race, gender, ethnicity.
The need to screen when due.
For colon cancer's a priority.
Indeed. Everyone 45 plus at average risk should screen for colon cancer. These folks are getting it done at home with me, Cologuard.
Cologuard is a one-of-a-kind way to screen for colon cancer that's effective and non-invasive. It's for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider for Cologuard.
I did it my way.
Think scaling your AI pilots is hard? Think again. With Watson X, you can deploy AI across any environment, above the clouds and on lots of clouds. With your secured data on-prem, in real time on center court, and assisting bank tellers on the edge. Watson X helps you deploy AI wherever you need it, so you can take your business wherever it needs to go. IBM, let's create.
I'm adding Downy Unstoppables to my wash. Now I'll be smelling fresh all day long. Still fresh. Still fresh!
Still fresh. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow. For all-day freshness.
And keep your eye out on these games Saturday on ESPN Plus. It's Virginia at Coastal Carolina, 3-0 Chanticleers. And how about Arkansas State traveling to Iowa State to take on the 20th ranked Cyclones? Then it's Arch Manning and the top-ranked Texas Longhorns hosting Louisiana Monroe at 8 Eastern. Get ESPN Plus. Go to plus.com or download the ESPN app. First and 10, 2:40 remaining. Greg Bango on the carry. Pick up a couple. And if you're Benedict, you have to think you've got the 2-minute timeout that's going to stop the clock. And you have 1 remaining timeout after that.
Go back to when we started this game. What was like one of the key storylines? Could Edward Waters overcome the puzzle or the riddle that has been Benedict? You're 2 minutes away from it. You're up by 3. The question will be, can the Tigers, Edward Waters, get the job done?
The 2-minute timeout on the field. We will take a break here as well. Come back with us to Columbia.
Why choose a mobile network built for places you'll probably never be, instead of for where you are most of the time? Xfinity Mobile was designed for where you need it most.
Now Xfinity Internet customers can buy 1 line of unlimited and get 1 free for a year.
Guys, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Presenting the Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer from Gillette. It's not junk, so treat it right with a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Respect your pubic region with Gillette Intimate.
Meet the Jennifers. Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen Z. Each planning their future through the Chase mobile app. Gen X is planning a summer in Portugal with some help from JP Morgan Wealth Plan. Let's go, Whiskers. Gen Y is working with a banker to budget for her birthday.
You only turned 30 once.
And Gen Z, her credit's golden. Hello, new apartment. 3 gens getting ahead with Chase. Solutions that grow with you. 1 bank for now, for later, for life. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Depend keeps you drier than ever, so you can say yes to more than ever. Yes. 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 no.
Depend. The only thing stronger than us is you.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and only one thing can make a morning like this any nicer. A hearty, hefty, good-tasting breakfast with eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese, and taters. And when you finish, you know you had something to eat.
Darling, you're the one for me. Give me all your love. At Papa John's, we start with better. Like our fresh, never frozen dough made from 6 simple ingredients. And our dough can save you dough. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. Order now on the app from Papa John's.
No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired brown brush head hugs them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
Well, this is our Saturday ABC college football triple header. 21st ranked Clemson hosting the Wolfpack of NC State at noon Eastern, followed by LSU, the 16th ranked Tigers hosting UCLA and Baton Rouge, and then the top 15 matchup, all eyes on Tennessee and Oklahoma. College game day will be there. Make sure you tune in. You can also see the games available on ESPN Plus. A couple of versions of Death Valley, the LSU Tigers and Clemson Tigers. Mango on the carry again, gets to the outside and more down the sideline, and then pulls up.
Looks like he pulled up, but just fall down, inbounds. Had the big run. Looks like they spotted him a little bit further back than what we thought, but so right here, once you break to the outside and you make this guy miss, fall down in play. So the clock continue to tick.
Some interesting clock management or decisions. We saw Benedict time run off before that 2-minute timeout. They could have spent their last timeout here. Edward Waters helping them for the time being.
Sloppy game, sloppy ending. It's been sloppy pretty consistently all day.
There's Brady Coleman.
Timeout.
There is the final timeout. It's going to be taken by Benedict College. Player down, that's Marcellus Livingston. I'll say this, Jay, it was a methodical pursuit from Edward Waters to get back in this ball game. I mean, they were trailing at one point by 3 scores, right? 23-9. And then slowly but surely, they inched their way back into this ball game and took the lead after a blistering start to this ball game. I mean, we saw 38 points put up in the first quarter alone. Then things started to kind of settle down and taper off. In that third quarter, there was only one score at the time. But Benedict, who has just gone cold since that first quarter, they haven't scored since. And you look at the reason why, partially because of Keith Moore and the consistency that we have seen from him tonight.
Responsible for 3 touchdowns because he ran for 1 as well, but he really did pick apart this Benedict defense. And I think, coming in, it was only his second start. Is he going to prove that he's the guy that can be the offensive leader? I think he passed for flying colors against a team that they have not beaten in forever, it seems like. And I think, to be honest, Edward Waters came in here, they looked terrible. They played terrible, but what does that say about your football team when you're able to go walk down an opponent on the road at their place slowly but surely? And Keith Moore, the second, deserves a lot of the credit for them being able to be in a position to win this game.
The athletic training staff still giving attention to Marcellus Livingston. We'll take this opportunity to tell you that Saturday's featured college football games on ESPN Plus. We mentioned the Iowa State Cyclones hosting Arkansas State. At the same time, it's Virginia at Coastal Carolina, and then the Arch Manning #1 ranked Texas Longhorns. They're going to be led by the nephew of Eli and Peyton Manning. The Longhorns will rely on Arch as Quinn Ewers is still recovering from an abdominal injury.
Are we doing that? Are we doing that? We're comparing the QBs between Ewers and Manning now? That's like a good account. They can make the numbers look any way you want them to.
For sure.
So, right there looks like, oh my God, Arch Manning is by far the best quarterback. Hey, not so fast.
Yeah, well, Quinn Ewers look good, and so has that Texas Longhorn offense. I mean, they've been averaging like 46 points per game. They beat Michigan, start the season, a couple of 50 pieces put up against teams. Back here on the field. As you would expect, Edward Waters keeping the ball on the ground, brought down by Omari Terry. So no timeouts remaining for Benedict College.
And it's like with no game clock in the stadium, the officials have kind of gotten a little easy in terms of when they wind the clock. You don't see them winding the clock to signal to anybody. So now you can almost look at the game clock scoreboard and just guess. Probably get away with taking about 4 or 5 extra seconds. That being said, you get this first down on this play, football game's over. No, sir.
Here, the hold. You saw the rush there, but the amount of time, again, it's being kept on the field, and now the game clock stopping for the time being, and it, as the helmet came off of one of the Edward Waters players.
Why are they stopping the game clock? There wasn't a timeout call.
I think
Benedict has declined the zap 10, the 10-second runoff.
and some confusion here as the clock should still be winding down. I'll say this, Jay. This is a Edward Waters program that continues to remain on the rise. You think back to last season, they were able to knock off Albany State, one of the big-time contenders, former SIAC champions. They've been able to beat Tuskegee, and they said we've had those marquee victories in the probationary period of moving up to Division II, now fully Division II. They said we want Benedict.
It's fourth down. Why isn't punt team out there? It's fourth down. Why isn't punt team out there? Or clock running because the officials are talking about something. The helmet coming off is not a penalty. In a game which I've seen everything. I mean, this is kind of big. Like, when are you saying that the play clock should start? If the game clock is saying 45 seconds. You have to tell them. Was there a timeout call? When I saw the game clock started, I said,
there was no
call timeout.
Benedict had no timeout.
No, I thought Edward Waters might call.
Oh, okay.
It was Morgan, I thought. And say that. They called timeout, but
in this instance, why would Morgan spend a timeout? The clock should be running. There was a helmet. The player ran off the field.
You call a timeout, and then you call a timeout with like 3 seconds. You're ready to punt the ball, then you strategize.
this certainly is a favorable pause for Benedict, who had the chance to kind of huddle up just for a second, as it's still 45 seconds remaining on the clock.
Nobody knows what's going on right now, because I guarantee you, if Benedict or if Edward Waters knew what was going on, they'd have their punt team on the field ready to take a snap or prepared to take a knee to run it out or whatever, let the clock wind. You got two sidelines that are like...
Frustration on both sidelines. Toriano Morgan, 45 seconds away from getting potentially the biggest win of his coaching tenure at Edward Waters.
Wow. So then it's going to have life. They're going to get the ball back. Need some time.
And so we heard the referee try to explain it. It was decline.
Edward Waters. This is the first time out of the half.
And now a timeout is taken, but there was a 10-second runoff that was declined. And so with that, there is an ability to start the clock at the snap if it's declined. Yeah, this is a game that we have just seen a little bit of everything. We've seen a safety, a block punt return for 2 points. We've seen a kickoff return for a touchdown. We've seen 38 points scored in the first quarter. We've seen more than 24 penalties in this game. It has been all over the board.
You see games like this, but normally I see games like this on like Halloween. You know, crazy things seem to happen on Halloween, things of that nature. I mean, you know,
it's almost a full moon.
We're in September.
I mean it's a full moon.
At the end of the day, I say get it right. You know, and you don't pick sides here, but you hope what we just saw right there does not have an impact on this game. And they're still talking about it. That's why it's almost like they've lost control of it. Neither coach is going to be happy with the way this game was officiated. Come pump block. Benedict, go after the kicker. Dial up, pump block.
Well, this is been an interesting 2.5 minutes of game time as Jackson Williams on the return. So now down at the 20-yard line, their own 20-yard line. And Benedict has to move down the field into Edward Waters territory to at least get into kicking range. Now, again, we've seen Lucas Wynn attempt 2 field goals, missing both times, one from 50 yards out, one from 40 yards out if they wanted to attempt to tie the ball game. If you're Ron Dickerson Jr., what do you do with these 35 seconds?
Kind of lean on Stan Clayton and ask what you got, but you want to try and get the ball to some guys that made plays for you in this game. Malachi Jones is one of those guys that has proven that you give him the ball, he can get some big chunks on you. College football, 35 seconds is not the end of the world. You should be able to get 5-6 plays in and manage it right.
No timeouts to work with for Benedict. So they got to also use the sideline as well.
A lot of room to
Simmons
run.
has a ton of room, elects to throw it wisely. And the wide receiver falling out of bounds after the catch. That's Shatarius Williams.
Big play, chunk yardage there. Almost wonder, though, if he'd have just stepped on the gas and ran up the middle of the field, once you get a first down in college football, it's going to stop. So he could have spiked it. But nothing wrong with taking the completion on the very first play of a hurry-up offense situation.
Now from their 39. Two by two set. The receivers. Simmons looking, again, scrambling out the pocket and just throws it out of bounds. So 6 seconds eaten off the clock after that incompletion brings up second down.
You help yourself by making sure don't settle for any of the short throws. Everything's thrown 10 yards plus down the field deeper, so that way you're ensuring you're going to get a first down. They can stop the clock right away, give you a chance to go up there and spike it, get off multiple plays.
And there's 47, Malachi Jones, you spoke of earlier. Jay, he's to the bottom of your screen. They're looking in his direction. Simmons staying on his feet underneath Jalen Leary. He's got to get out of bounds and is able to do so after the first down. Gain of 15. Simmons, who felt the thump from Tyrese Williams, is slow to get up, comes up limping in the process.
Come up with another play like that, you have an opportunity to go for a game-time field goal.
We're in Edward Waters territory. 12 seconds to work with. Simmons taking a shot. Malik Jones is there in traffic.
Oh my goodness. Get up there, you gotta spike it. They don't have any timeouts.
To go, they've got to spike it on first and goal. You said it, Jay. Fine 47 and purple. They spike it. A 39-yard reception from Malachi Jones. He set the speedster from Gainesville, the fastest on the team. We saw him make some critical plays there in the first half. Caught a touchdown already in this ball game, and here, this was a huge catch.
Give credit to the quarterback. He went to the hot hand. He was double covered, but that's what they say in this college football game. The 50-50 balls are difference makers. That was actually a 20-80 ball. He had about a 20% chance of coming away with that.
The clock hits 0, but there is still time left on the clock.
Now, the field goal unit's not out there.
Interesting decision. Well,
Please put 4 seconds back on the clock.
Jay, partially what may be factoring into Ron Dickerson Jr.'s decision-making is the fact that Benedict has not made a field goal at all this season.
I think that, but I think he was already dead. I think at a certain point he thought he lost this game. When you had 45 seconds left and they were going to run it out, you got second life.
Do you like this call here?
No. No, but I understand this call here. He was dead. I mean, he was dead. They were going to get the ball back with 4 seconds left on their own 5-yard line. We don't know what happened down there with the runoff rule, misinterpretation. Hey, why not? Why not?
We have seen everything, or just about everything in this game. It's been a sampling all over the board, so why not have a dramatic finish to this one, Jay?
I thought we saw it coming. We said, oh, this second half's going to be interesting. We could have never thought it was going to end up any way, shape, or form like this. But, I mean, on the drive, give credit to Trey Simmons. Started it off with the completion on first down, avoided the sack, able to get chunk yardage plays. And then we thought things were going to go downhill for him. Comes up with the huge completion to put his team with a chance to get their first victory of the season.
I mean, this is potentially the ball game right here, Jay. I mean, this would be a 26-yard field goal attempt. I mean, this is not too far off a PAT. Rolling the dice here. And Charles Simmons has the catch into the end zone. Guess who it is? Malachi Jones!
just saw. Bad beat, bad decisions, whatever. Benedict gets their first victory of the season, and wow, none of this adds up to make sense to me, Tiff, but that's why you play to the final whistle.
Ron Dickerson Jr. gets the Gatorade bath and picks up his first win as head coach. Meanwhile, Toriano Morgan still in shock, as I'm not sure how that one ended up the way that it did. But how about this? Those were the first points for Benedict since the first quarter, or the first half. I mean, Jay, that was insane.
They have been picking on McNichols most of that game. McNichols got called, defensive back. Number 2 got called for a couple pass interferences. They kind of were targeting him, and the freshman sensation, Jones, with 2 huge plays to will his team to victory.
That long reception to set up that opportunity. And Malachi Jones, a guy who you said they needed to go back to on this drive, they indeed did. He was the hot hand second touchdown of the night. But Jay, you got to feel for Edward Waters. I mean, given the fact that 45 seconds left on the clock, helmet comes off for one of your players. The 10-second runoff is declined. There was a long deliberation between the two.
Do me a favor, Tiff.
And that gave Benedict.
Help me out. I'm going to put it on you. You explain to me, how did Edward Waters not win that football?
It defies description in my eyes, Jay. I mean, everything led to Edward Waters. They had control of possession. They had climbed out of a hole early to come back in this one. They had control since the intermission. I mean, Keith Moore played a heck of a game. And they were just so close to picking up that big-time marquee win over the 2-time defending SIAC champions. What a game it was. Trey Simmons saved his best for last, 4 or 5 on that last drive for 80 yards and the touchdown to Malachi Jones, and the improbable comeback here after being cold since the first quarter. And the Benedict Tigers get their first win of the season over Edward Waters here in Columbia. For Jay Walker, I'm Tiffany Green saying, we out.
You never want to lose your edge. And the Lexus RX completely understands that.